up, guys? How we doing? Woo, we did it. Let's get this going. Oh, God. Nothing's working. Hold on. Off to a bad start already. I don't really care. It's fine. We'll get it. Should I go over here and do this shit? Let's see if this works. Here we go. Yeah? Yes. And yeah, there we go. Hey, how's it going? My name's Corey. Welcome. Hi, where are we going? Are we looking good? I can't really tell. I guess we're fine. How are we doing? Welcome to TwitchTok, episode 51. Kicking it off. I don't know. Recording. Is it Monday and all? Yes, it is my Monday today. That is true. I don't know. I don't know what you guys want, you know? Like, it's just tough right now because, like, I try to make this show topical. I try to make it, like, interacting with what's going on, but I don't know, man. With all this coronavirus, like... I hope that wasn't it. With all the coronaviruses and the lockdowns, there's not really much news, you know? Live just outside of Minneapolis. Not much going on. It's just another day. You know, people keep asking me like, "Oh, hey, what are you going to talk about?" Like, I don't know. You know, there's just not a lot to talk about, unfortunately. I wish that wasn't the case. I wish there was more to talk about. I would enjoy that. That would be dope, right? But man, sometimes it just doesn't work out like that, you know? At least I'm not a failure. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I am a failure, but I keep failing upward, so there's that. That's something that's really cool, I guess. I don't fucking know, man. I moved the studio. That's the big thing that we did. We moved the studio. And the new position's nice. I don't know what I think of these lights. Probably fix it. I gotta, the light's all fucked up. I have the monitor over here again because I got a new desk and it wouldn't fit right on it. There's beeps. We're doing all kinds of Bush League shit. We're back to fucking Bush League shit. That's what's happening. But, you know, whatever. Do whatever, guys. I don't really care. Here we go. We got a Discord channel now. That's kind of cool, right? Whoops. Boom. There you go. Discord, baby. Booyah. That's it's a fun time right there, the Discord. Let's see. My mic seems like it's low. Does it feel like it's low to you guys? Is that better? I feel like maybe that's better. I gotta figure out this stand thing a little better. This clamp is not working out the way I want it to, but whatever. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. So, what should we talk about? I just don't, like, is there anything newsworthy even going on? Huh. I just wish, like, maybe there was some kind of, like, civil disobedience or, like, protest or something. You know, just something to stir it up. Oh, shit! All right, I'm joking. You caught me. I'm fucking joking. Here we go. Protest time. Boom. Welcome to Minneapolis. It's fucking lit in here, guys. I thought it would be funnier than that to just open with a, like, well, not much going on, he-huck, but you guys gave me nothing. CNN being attacked by rent-a-thugs. Wait, is that a thing? TV Twitch Bear. Wait, is that a Deeve? I bet it is. I know who that is, I think. Yeah, I don't know. The CNN thing was crazy, right? Because that dude, like, got arrested, but then, like, the white dude down the block did not. But, Div, do you want to call in? Like, can I call you on Facebook and talk to you? I would love to hear your opinion on this situation. Like, I feel like you have a very interesting, unique outset and, like, just understanding of what's going on. What are you doing? I'll call you on Facebook right now. What are you doing? Yeah, all right, cool. I'm doing it, man. This is happening. Boom. Hold on. Is it working? Yeah, there it goes.
Hi there.
Hi, what's up?
Oh, not much. Sounds a little bit fuzzy there, but maybe it'll clear up the signal. But I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. If you have Discord, we have a Discord channel that works better. If this is easier, just do this.
What's going on? I hear you. Wow.
Perfect. How are you?
Friday evening. Huh?
How are you?
Oh, I'm still alive, so I guess that's good,
Yeah. Are you where do you live in relation to Minneapolis? Like, do you live in the city?
I'm in Loring Park,
Oh,
but not
okay.
in
So
the
you're
big
right in.
building.
Whoa.
I'm in a lower class building in Loring Park. So
Okay. So
yeah.
what did the protests and shit look like in Loring Park?
So far, I mean, I haven't been outside. I don't think there's any activity in the immediate area, which is I'm thankful for that. But of course, you hear a lot of sirens just
Thing
continuously
immediately,
day
at
and
least.
night. So I guess they're
Always carry with me.
en route to some other place where things are lighting up, as it were, literally. But here it's quiet.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's man, I mean it's pretty crazy. Like I go back and forth about what I feel of this, if I'm honest. Like I don't like I get it, and I'm not the guy that's gonna condemn people protesting. Like obviously like it's disappointing that we couldn't keep it more civil, I guess, but I get it. Like I mean it's not any kind of surprise that this happened, especially with the Minneapolis, like the Minneapolis Police Department has a history with this shit.
Okay, yeah. Uh, Again, but I guess my thing is I just always like to distinguish between protesting and rioting.
Yeah. No, that's a good, important, I mean, I don't know, protesting and rioting, like, it seems like they bleed into each other quite a bit. Like, has there been a lot of looting over by you or not really?
Not as far as I can tell. From all I can tell, it's been pretty quiet. I haven't been outside, but from looking out my window, I don't see things on fire or roaming road, crowds of angry people, socially distancing, of course, because yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait till what, 2 weeks from now when coronavirus spikes and everybody's like, oh, it's just like, I don't know. It's so stupid. Like, I get it, but like, I don't know. I get real weirded out when people start destroying public property because it's like, we paid for that. Like, we're going to have to pay for that again.
Sure, and they'll do it again the next time that they get upset. It's like an entitlement mentality, at least as far as I'm concerned. Uh, some people just feel they are entitled to destroy things, to act out when something doesn't go their way.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of like where, I mean, we've gotten to this weird point where the left feels more fascist than the right, and the right has actual Nazis.
Well, okay, I won't go there. But,
Well, I'm just saying, it's just a weird, like, it's weird how we're all kind of in the middle, and both of these giant things are just lurching out of control. And the narratives, they're bleeding into us as a society, because like for me, the thing that was interesting is how like this happened and you have all the racial like upset, and I get that, but I don't understand the narratives. Like we should all be upset because a law enforcement agent murdered a civilian.
Yeah, I believe that's pretty clear. I mean, I'm very pro law enforcement.
Right, as am I. You need law
matter.
enforcement in a society. You need that.
But they have to be acting according to the law and not committing murder, because murder is
definitely not
acceptable.
upholding the law. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, I did see some of the video clip of where they had apprehended him and had him on the ground, and that was really kind of disturbing because, I mean, whatever got him into that situation where he was on the ground, I mean, obviously he was already handcuffed and incapacitated. Why do you have to put the knee on his neck and try to prevent him from breathing? I mean, I don't get that at all.
Right. Really there's no reason like I don't know. Like for me, the thing that was really chilling for me was the aspect of having that jujitsu guy right there explaining to this dude how he's killing him and having that guy not give a fuck.
Yeah, it's surreal. It's absolutely surreal, and I don't know. I just hope that the National Guard, which I heard was deployed, I'm hoping they're not being held back by Fry Baby Jacob or whatever, and they're
Fry Baby. I love that. I really hate that guy, and like I really did not enjoy him just what looked like throwing a tantrum, not doing anything. I don't know what the options were, and I get that argument, but like you're an elected official. You can't just like shrug and let the town burn. Especially Minneapolis. That's the gem of Minnesota, baby.
You're 100% right. I mean, if you're the mayor or whoever is in charge of running the city, you have to exercise authority. I mean, he certainly has no problems exercising authority with regard to wearing masks, and he's ready to employ the offices of law enforcement to put people in jail and fine them. But when people are running riots and just destroying property and attacking others, he seems to be a bit flustered. He doesn't know what to do.
Yeah,
So
and it just seems like, I mean, I don't know, like I'm not the biggest Walls guy. He's not my favorite, but I think that like him swooping in and just being like, all right, this is what we're doing. It's like that should have been done already, though.
well,
Not
he's too
by
busy
him, but I
making
mean by like.
executive orders.
But I'm saying
To
Fry
do other
Fry
stuff.
should have done it earlier.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And I don't know how this will be resolved, but you definitely have to have leadership, strong leadership, decisive leadership, because otherwise it just descends into total chaos, and that's no good for anybody.
Right. And that's, yeah, you're absolutely right. That's no good for anybody. That doesn't benefit anyone. And so like, where do we go from here? I mean, like, are we going to see more shit tonight, you think?
Well, I just heard earlier. I guess you probably already knew in advance anyway. But I heard that now the Mayor Fry has imposed a curfew starting at 8 p.m. So I guess it's already in place, and it's supposed to last until Sunday. That's what I read. So maybe that will sort of put the kibosh on some of these rioting activities. We'll have to see.
Let's hope so, because I mean, they gotta end. You know, I mean, it's at some point you're not like the problem with this country is like it's everything is class wars, and you're not, if you're an impoverished class right now, you're not helping yourself. This is going to make everything worse for everybody. I mean, look at that area and how many businesses they lost. Like there's
Target
like,
and everything,
right? But not even Target and shit. I mean, like, yeah, for sure that. But I mean, Cub Foods, obviously no grocery store. But I mean, like, you had like locally owned nail salons and shit that are out, and a lot of those places were barely keeping their doors open with coronavirus as it was.
Sure, correct. They're hurting themselves, and it's, I mean, but it's a typical pattern. I mean, we've seen that throughout the, many times in the past, riots in L.A. and Chicago and everything. I don't know. It's a mentality of people. They just don't care. They don't have responsibility, and people, I think it's just generations of telling people you don't have to be responsible. Everything's based on emotion. And if you feel bad, act out, take it out, because you're some kind of intersectional victim of something, and so you're justified in being a jerk.
Well, and like everything becomes microtransgressions to the point where you can't even say what was and was not a
right. And I totally am against that. I mean, like, we're probably, I guess we're on opposite sides of the spectrum chromatically and politically, I guess, also. But I am definitely behind the president laying into Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and these other big tech companies for the blatant censorship that they're doing, because that is something that needs to be addressed. Because on Twitter, it's so easy to get a mob mentality going, and there's no repercussions for that. There's no repercussions in this society, except for the cancel culture.
Oh, hold on one sec. Shout out to Freaky Deaky for subscribing and saying stay safe, buddy. Thank you. And also shout out to Flashed Coffee for a new follow. Go ahead. You were saying?
No, I'm just saying it's all. I think that people have to be responsible for what they should speak. They should have freedom of speech and everything like that, but they should be responsible. They shouldn't go crazy and calling out for violence and destruction. I don't support that at all. Whether you're left or right or whatever, you can say your piece, but you don't have to be a jerk and call for violence. And you're not solving anything by destroying property and things like that. George Floyd is still going to be just as dead today as he was when he got murdered.
Yeah.
You're not accomplishing anything.
And everybody I know says that he was super, like, I know people that know him, and it sounds like he was a super cool dude. And like, it's amazing to me how many people I know that know him and how active he was in the community.
Right. I mean, I don't know.
We got two people that just got here. Who's the guest? Adiv, identify yourself.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
You want me to identify myself?
Yeah, identify yourself.
I should give you my full name?
Yeah, do whatever you want. You can call yourself Dr. Destructo for all I give a fuck.
I'm TC Twitch Bear. That's my name. I'm a gay black Republican Jewish guy who lives in Minneapolis.
So you've checked all the. There's not a single like. I like how gangster you are about like everything. You're just like, no, I'm all these things. Like
I'm a diversity consultant's dream or nightmare, except for the Republican part. That's when everything.
Yeah, that's when everything goes awry. I can't believe, like, I know you're conservative, but like, how do you stick to the Republicans? Is it just a straight main party mentality at that point?
Well, I didn't understand the question. Could you repeat it?
How are you not a libertarian?
Well, because I don't really know much about the Libertarian Party or any other party, but I am on the side of, I'm very pro-American I believe in America. I think it's the best country in the world, and I think America should be first.
It's very clearly the best nation in the world. And I'm starting to get mad at people that act like it's not. I mean, like, I've traveled the world. Like, you go to places that suck and, like, you see it. The only way to experience the world is to get out there and experience. And the more I travel, the more I'm excited to be back home. I'll even one up you. You ready? Minneapolis is the greatest place in America, bitches. What up?
Woo, woo. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I got air horn effects. Yeah. There you go. You can't hear them, but they're air horn effects. Libertarians are pro-America. Corey, talk to this man. Yeah, we're talking to him. He is. Like, this is the thing that I love about you. You always come out of left field for me where it's like, oh shit, because your points are either super thought out and I agree, or you just have an angle thought out that I never even thought about. And that's why it's interesting when you give your full like here is what I am. I'm doing this. Like I am black, yes. Gay, yes. Like somebody opened your wallet and just took out every privileged card they could.
That's right. Oh, you'll have to see what I ordered from this company called Morning Dove Productions. They have these plastic laminated cards. I got a white privilege card and a race card and a black card. I'll totally show you them when they get in. I'm gonna wear those around when I go outside and see if that white privilege will actually help me. I
haven't figured out. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
We should break your legs. Like if
you should break my leg.
Yeah, if you add cripple to that, you'll be unstoppable.
Well, I guess that's one. You
have one Pokemon yet to catch in the have every card race.
Well, I have an aversion to pain, so I'll pass on that. I think the black card should be more than I could say centuries of oppression and everything like that. That should be.
You know what? I don't really want my legs broken. Check out my black card and go as you were.
I was a slave for 200 years ago, so isn't that enough? Give me reparations.
You don't look a day over 102. Calm down.
Well, my gray hair. Well, according to Ancestry DNA, I'm actually 30% Northern European. That's the major component of my ancestry.
Ellie,
so there you go.
Ellie Mae just said he's one head injury away from perfection.
Oh my God, that's great. He's right. He's actually right. I love it.
So you watched the video, right? Like you saw it.
Not the entirety, but I did see the part of like a few minutes. So I couldn't take much more of it when the cop had his knee on the guy's neck.
When that dude starts saying like there's something about a grown man calling out for his mother that just grabs me always. Like whenever you see like anybody that's a grown person being like mommy, like that's someone that's fucking scared.
Yeah, you have to be a real sadist and a soulless kind of individual to do that to somebody.
Right. And that's the thing that I get mad about is because like I feel like a lot of the race issues in this country are class issues because black people were slaves. And then even when they were freed, they were basically treated like kind of slaves up until, I mean, you could argue it still happens in some parts of America.
I don't know if it's slavery. I think, well, me, because I'm a right-wing type of guy, I'm going to say that many blacks, not all blacks, but many blacks are slaves of the Democrat Party because it's teaching them, give us your vote and we'll pay for your lunch. And, that's the way it's going to be for the past 50 or 60 years. And so far, what has been accomplished by being on the Democrat plantation? Nothing.
And that's the thing is like, but the problem is that they keep getting sold this shit. My problem is like with the left, they get all weird and wishy-washy when you want to talk about the economics because they think just you print money. That's all it is. Print money. That'll change everything.
No, it won't. It won't change anything at all. It won't change anything at all. I mean, look at they're giving billions of dollars to the war on poverty, and people are still impoverished, and they haven't helped the black community at all. I mean, before the whole war on poverty, I heard that there was like 25% illegitimacy rate, and now it's 75% or more. So and that because they replaced the father with the government saying, here's a check, pop out another baby, and we're good to go, and don't forget to vote.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's part of it. And the other thing is that, like, there's no policing in academia. So, like, you have all these fucking professors just telling them these tenets of, like, socialism. And it's like, yeah, but none of you guys actually read your Marx because you're getting it wrong. You're basically combining Leninism with Marxism and acting like it's not communism.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's a lot of Marxist professors around. And I myself, I don't know much about the topic, but I am trying to learn all the distinctions. Like, you obviously know the difference between Marxism and Leninism and all these things. I am reading like The Naked Socialist. I just started reading in 1984. Oh, and yeah, I have to send you some of the cards. I have to see a picture. I made a whole meme. If you look at my Facebook and my cover photo, that's my meme for 1984/COVID. I'm gonna try to monetize that. I'm printing up cards. I got my T-shirt today, and so I'm, trying to, in hard times, I'm trying to find a way to make money off of the crisis, like a good American.
Sure.
I can't let it go to waste. Got to make some money.
Yeah, I mean,
Make
that's exactly what it is. You damn right you got to make some money, buddy. Everybody's got to make that money.
Yeah, have to pay the rent, and I lost a lot of quote unquote friends in the past couple of days because of my public posts. Because I'm not, in line with what the Democrats want me to be, what I should be. So it's very revealing. People that you think that are your quote-unquote friends, if you take a political position that's in opposition to theirs, you'll find out very quickly that your friendship was rather tenuous, to say the least. That's what I found out. I lost like 15 friends in the past couple of days.
Yeah. For our listeners, I got a live stream of my buddy Joey Vincent. Go to Joey Vincent at Filter Free America. We got a live stream that he is doing of the curfew playing up on the corner as well. So if you're wondering what that is, that is curfew time in Minneapolis. Man, for all the times I have bitched and alluded to martial law, I don't know that I ever thought it would actually get there.
Yeah. Well, welcome to 1984.
This kind of sucks, man. Like I feel like I see all four lights and I'm still wrong.
Yeah, it shouldn't be this way. It shouldn't have to be this way. But right now this is this chaos. It's this mob mentality. We're upset, so let's destroy things and break things. And that's not the way to be. That's not the way to conduct oneself as an adult.
No, it's not, and it's not going to affect change. I mean, that's the real problem that I have with all this shit. It's like it's not going to affect change, and if it was going to, I'd be more okay with it. I think, like if somebody could tell me that this was legitimately going to affect change, I think I'd be okay with it more. I mean, probably not the looting. I don't like looting. That's always stupid, but I mean, I get it.
It will change things. Yeah, people will not invest. People have already learned before in previous riots, why should I invest in this minority neighborhood? Look what's going to happen next time there's some police incident or something else that they don't like. They're going to run riots. Will Target rebuild or Cub Foods or those other places that have been destroyed? I wouldn't blame them if they never came back. And then people are going to say, oh, it's racism, it's racism. I'm sorry, if you act like a moron, a total animal, you can't expect people to just come back so you can do it again and destroy their property. That's not right. You have to behave like a civilized human being. If you're not going to do that, you have no right to expect being treated any better than the animals that you're acting like. I'm sorry, and for that I get a lot of flack because I'm.
I don't think that you should though. I do see you get a lot of flack, but like this is also I think an underlying issue that nobody talks about either. And like what I like I'm very jealous of your situation sometimes when it comes to political discourse. Because, like, I say shit that, like, you and I believe a lot of the same stuff. And half the time when I say what you're saying, I get called a racist. Like, it's crazy.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like, if you're not left and you're a white male, you're the enemy right now. It's crazy. It's a crazy syndicate thing. And it's not like...
You are definitely not any kind of racist. That is,
no,
that is 100,000% sure. Not that you need me to tell you that.
Well, but I mean, here's the thing. I think everybody might be a little bit racist if we're honest. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has assumptions they make of people before they, like, to interact with them. I feel like that's, like, we're compiling issues. And the thing for me is that, like, I always felt like race was more of a class issue, and that's because black people specifically were slaves at first. Like, at one point in this country, people with darker skin were property, and then when they weren't, the systemic systems there, they were there, but, like, at some point, you know, like specifically for me, this, like, there is no, like... Is that guy that did this racist? Maybe, I don't know, but that's not what the issue is. The issue is we all watched a officer of the law kill in cold blood a citizen. And instead of being uproar and talking and vocal about all that shit, we're acting like, oh, it's because of this, it's because of this. And we're creating all the in-groups that end up fighting for themselves anyways. Because, like, the whole thing, it's why the Democrats are what they are right now, is that they split everything apart, so they basically became 7 parties. So no matter who wins, six out of 7 of the parties feel like they got fucked. The Republicans were on their way of doing the exact same thing, but then Trump came through. And Trump and Obama are both pretty much anomalies when it comes to, like, the system of what the DNC and the GOP are.
Okay, yeah.
And, like, what happened is now with Trump, it's like they just are falling in line because they love watching the liberals just get mad about it. Because Trump has objectively funny moments. I try not to like the guy, but he makes me laugh sometimes. And some of the stuff he's doing with his pen is not bad. Right now, we have on the live stream behind me people being basically escorted out of the area where the 3rd precinct was because we are now 26 minutes past city curfew. So,
and they're still out?
Oh yeah, they're walking backwards though. I mean, it's a lot of people retreating back. I think what happened is that the looters aren't there, but the peaceful protesters are. But I worry about the fact that the curfew is just going to push them over into a suburb, and then that's when the looting starts. Because now you're in a fresh city to loot.
Yeah, I heard that, like outlying cities like Fridley or in some other places there, they've been experiencing some activity up there. So it's not right. You can't have anarchy. You gotta, I'm not running the show, but my philosophy would be: you loot, we shoot. I don't care.
Yeah, and I think that is a horrific thing to say, but in practice, it's not necessarily unreasonable, which is shitty to say. Like, that's the other thing, too, about Fry that I got so mad about, right? This dude is doing nothing while our city burns, but somehow he's in a Twitter war with Trump? Like, if you're not going to do anything while your city burns, you can't be fucking tweeting shit at the president. I don't care what you think.
That's right. It is kind of, it's laughable.
Tovar just said, broken at the 3rd. So the 3rd precinct lines got broken. Yeah, Tovar, this is what, Joey's feed is what I'm playing behind me right now. It's right up here, right there. It's that one.
Oh.
Yeah, look at all this tech. Are you proud of me? I'm learning green screens, baby.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
It's funny because when coronavirus hit, stand-up comedy changed so much that it was like I didn't know what I was going to do. But I had to make a motion in one direction and just do something, you know?
Well, you adapt and survive.
You adapt or you die.
That's
so where do you think, like, where do you think we go from here? I mean, like, do you think that this turns into more looting tonight, or do you think it's going to be kind of calm?
No, well, I failed at prognostication. I took a class in that, and I totally flunked it. But I think it all depends on how well the National Guard is allowed to do its job. I mean, if Waltz or Frybaby puts restraints on them, for political correctness, then this
Otsu 16 just said, I just got cut off on 169. 5 buses of cops in riot gear and shit tons of state troopers going on 62 East.
Bring it.
Wait, Tuesday, send me that link. I'll put it up. If you guys have links, put them in the chat. I have been trying to put all the stuff. Unicorn Riot is streaming right now. All right, I will try to find. I'm going to try to put as many live feeds on while we do this show as possible. So give me 1 second.
Amazing.
You like it, right? I'm doing a good job. I'm trying.
You're doing an excellent job, sir.
I don't know how to do any of this. So.
You ain't got to use violence. You ain't got to.
Oh, yeah, this is your life. This is your passion, commentary and comedy and everything. And
I love social discord. I love commentating.
I promise you.
All right.
And you definitely make people think. You make them laugh and think. Because I've seen your live show at least twice, and you get a lot of belly laughs in. But the way that you address topics, you really get people to think. Not just superficially. So I give you a lot of props for that.
Beautiful.
I think like having critical thought is more important right now. I mean, I think like it's just so here we're gonna switch over to this one. There we go. Whoops. There, we'll get that one, and then you know what? Okay, that's the unicorn. Right, we're gonna twist me up here, just right there, and clip me down even. So right there. Ooh, I bet if I go here. All right. Hold on. Let's see if we can do that. I'm going to try and get 2 more on here, guys. I don't know if I can do it, but we're going to try. All right, here we go. So we have to shrink this down. Give me 1 sec, buddy. Sorry. Just trying to get everything situated. Oh, there we go. That can be 1. Oh, man, I just had it. Hold on. So you think that it's going to like die down tonight, or do you think there's still going to be?
Well, it had better. Otherwise, this whole city is it's going to be destroyed. You can't have anarchists taking over any city. There's not supposed to be some third world, banana republic or what have you. We need control. You have to. I mean, they're very good at controlling businesses. And the social distancing stuff they're ready to bring out the attorney general and everything and go at it. But coming to when it comes to looters and rioters and people acting out, they seem to be at wit's end. They don't know what to do. It's very simple. You lay down the law.
Yeah, and, I mean that's exactly it. And I think that's where, as a mayor, we have to point to this as a failing. I really believe that. I believe that. If you're going to be the mayor, you have to be able to just let people do that. I mean, you have to give the police some way to contain it or something. I mean, I don't have any. There's no good answers to any of this. That's I think the hard part about this is that for people that watched that and thought this was an absolute cold-blooded murder, I feel for them because I can't say that it wasn't. I mean, it looked real bad. And I'm a pro-cop guy. I like the cops. I do. I enjoy them. I think the cops do an essential service that we need. But these cops in the city have been a problem, and I feel like people have known for a little while, but nobody really did anything about it. And now hopefully something gets done about it,
Well, the way to do it is to address the problem is certainly not by destroying property and running riots. I mean, that's not going to accomplish anything at all. It's going to make things worse. It's going to exacerbate any racial tensions, any racial tensions that already exist, which I assume are.
Wait, are you trying to say there's racial tensions right now?
Well, yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, I think it's also part of the Marxist playbook that's being, followed by many elements from the left, because class division is, part of the whole process of, leading to the breakdown of society and the dictatorship of the proletariat, and ultimately for a complete communist society. That's why.
Well, yeah, that's the thing that people don't like to understand about communism is that you do have equality in communism, but everybody's equally poor.
Yeah, everybody gets equal parts of nothing, and it's all based and class division. Hyping up the class differences is a tactic that Marxists use. They have been using for decades to break down the society. Instead of telling people you're not an individual anymore, you're part of a group. You have. That's the whole thing. Me being a minority, or whatever like that. I can't stand people say, "Oh, you're LGBTQ and you're this and that and you're other." Therefore,
yeah, but you're a human being.
This way. I'm a human being, and because despite my sexual orientation and skin color, that does not determine who I vote for, what my policies are, or how I behave. But you try to tell that to other people, and they say, "Oh, I've been called white supremacist. I've been called Nazi. I've been called the N-word." And it's so funny that all the people that call me the N-word and Coon and Uncle Tom, every last single one is always a woke white liberal or a pro-black.
Really?
conservative.
But that's because
have
they're just
the
like
N-word,
they're
only
wolves in
white.
sheep's clothing. I mean, like they're literally posturing. That's what they're doing.
Sure, because they want control. They figure if they call me names, then I'll shut up. First of all, I'm too big of a mouth, so I won't shut up. But they want to control me because you have to fall in line. If you don't fall in line, then they don't have power over you. And I'm not going to let anybody left or right have any power over me.
Right. You have to control you. You have to control you.
I have to assimilate information, read about it, and make my own decision. That's what the people do in a free society. And that's my approach.
And
However,
I think like a lot of the like suppression is super dishonest within everything. Like it's really interesting to me how many people are intellectually dishonest as they're suppressing thoughts.
Yeah.
And they don't even really realize they're doing it half the time, and that like kind of makes it worse to me.
Because it's the the whole cancel culture and everything, and it's like people today have a feeling they're in this echo chamber. They feel that life has to conform to their ideals, their feelings, and when it doesn't, their feelings get hurt and they act out, and they try to shut people down. They try to squelch dissent by saying, "Oh, you're this and you're that." These are like babies. These are babies in grown-up bodies. That's not the way the world works. People are going to disagree with you. People are going to have different perspectives. You have to deal with it.
That's the thing. They get to disagree with you.
That's exactly right. I mean, again, the one thing I've discovered since I've lost a lot of friends, but recently some friends have stayed on, and that's why I put like that meme I posted that having disputes over policies or politics is a good way to test friendship, because if you expect everybody to agree with you, you have some serious problems emotionally and maybe mentally, because it's not going to happen. People are going to disagree with you. So what are you going to do? You're going to act out and hate everybody, cancel everybody, or you're just going to be more like an adult and say, okay, let's agree to disagree, and move on.
It's a really weird situation. I mean, it's a really weird time. It's a really weird everything. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like, this is one of the first times where, like, I don't really know the through path, and I can empathize with both sides of it. Like, I get the people that are mad. I get that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's good, or they should, like, do that, or they shouldn't do that, but, like, I get it, you know?
Yeah, anger is definitely a real thing, and I mean, I understand, and I think anger is justified, but destruction of property and behaving, illegally, that there's no justification for that. And if you think it's going to improve race relations, you're very wrong. It's going to make them much worse than they already were existing.
Yeah. Mikey $2 says on Unicorn Riot, he's interviewing protesters that are making their own tear gas grenades in the street.
Yeah, isn't that lovely? How lovely is that? That's going to really bring about peace.
So what's the chances that all these people get corona, though?
Well, that's the thing. That will be an interesting thing. I mean, just look at Wisconsin. As far as I know, they haven't had a spike yet, even despite being open for 2 weeks. Although I know people on Facebook and other places, they are actually, the way that their verbiage is, they want people to die. They want as many people to die as possible. I think that's horrible. How low have we sunk as a society? I don't want there to be a spike, and I don't think there will be a spike. You should celebrate if the rate of infection has not increased and people are not dying, not dropping left or right. Celebrate that, because now they have businesses open. People are going back to life, and we should be doing the same here, because so many people are going to Wisconsin. They're leaving in Minnesota because our idiot governor, says a big box candy store can stay open, but a mom and pop shop or a restaurant can't.
He hung himself with that candy store for sure.
Oh God, he's got to be. I mean, I wrote to attend. I mean, whatever, it won't matter. But I did send a written letter to both Erica McDonald, who's the district attorney for the Minnesota district, as well as to AG Barr, and I sort of listed out my grievances against Waltz and Ellison, and I sort of based it on a corrupt version. I took the Declaration of Independence, the first few paragraphs, and reworded it and put Waltz in there instead of King George. But I sent it in. But Waltz is horrible. He's absolutely horrible, and he must be deposed. I signed up, and for many groups, there's a lot of groups out there that are actively seeking to have a recall, because he's a dictator, and that's not the way state government or national government is supposed to work. You can't have somebody unilaterally impose all of these fiats and he's not checked by the legislature, which is mostly in his pocket, and the judiciary, which is also, hyped, mostly Democrat. It's not right. The people of Minnesota are suffering. He's destroying the state economically. He's destroyed lives. He like that idiot Cuomo. He ordered
the corrupt king of New York.
Yeah, you take patients, COVID positive patients that are recovering from hospitals. He ordered them to be placed into long-term care facilities, and that's why Minnesota has the highest rate of infection and death amongst the LTC users. How could you do that? He should be, for that alone, he should be charged with murder. How could you? The elderly are the most vulnerable population for this disease, and so what do? You take people who are, they're COVID positive, and you put them in long-term care facilities. There's no sense to that at all. There's none. That is murder in my book. That is absolute murder.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I'll go on record in saying that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't argue that it's not. Like, you're not wrong,
So we'll just have to see how things turn out. I do hope that once they get through all the paperwork and things like that they will go around and collect signatures, and I definitely will sign to get this guy. He's got to go. Ellison's got to go. He's a thug.
I don't even understand how Ellison got reelected. That guy is like a controversy magnet.
He's an Antifa activist. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I can say about him. Believe me, I'm not a fan of his at all. I'll send you a meme. I'll just send you one of the meme things. I don't know. I'll probably get sued by him eventually, but I don't care. He's still a thug. I will go on record saying that he is a thug, and he needs to be removed from office. Nick Ellison is a piece of trash. Of Minnesota or the United States. I'll go on record and say that. I do not like that guy at all.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Because $25,000 a day he wants to impose for people operating their businesses. I mean, it's a constitutional right that he's trampling on, and I don't care what kind of emergency there is. That the Constitution is not suspended. Especially for a fake emergency like this, which I believe it is, because once all the data comes out, this COVID thing is not going to have a higher lethality rate than the regular garden variety flu. I know that sounds like very conspiratorial. No,
I don't. I mean, I agree with you. I don't think. I mean, I go back and forth with this shit daily. I really do. Like, the whole thing is that, like, sometimes I feel like this is the most important thing, and sometimes I feel like this is not, and like, I don't know what the right answer is. I know that our CDC keeps changing their story, and people keep going, oh, that's how information works when it comes out and it's new. It's like, yeah, but maybe not.
Sure. And the WHO also, I mean, they keep changing their guidance. So what are we supposed to do? One day, yes, you have to wear a mask under all circumstances. The next time they say, no, only if you're actually treating somebody who has COVID, that's the only time that you need it.
Right.
And there's all kinds of things. I mean,
Mikey Two Milk says Walls is in over his head.
Oh God, he really is. He needs to just pack it up and go back to teaching in China like he did before or something, and get somebody in charge who really is able to handle the office.
The Real Muff Hugger says, I will go check out St. Cloud downtown right now. So we have somebody on the ground going up to check out St. Cloud.
Wow. Correspondents on the scene.
Oh, we got that's what we are, man. Like, that's what's interesting about this that I think is really cool is you watch Care 11, you watch ABC, you watch their coverage go. And then you watch people like me. I know Tovar did it, but we're all watching Joey Vincent and Unicorn Riot go deep into the night. Like, the lamestream news doesn't matter anymore. Like, we're the citizens. Everybody has a camera on them.
That's right. Keep them honest with that camera. And we don't street
also, like, putting up a curfew seems really stupid because you're, like, daring people to, like, commit a crime, and they already were. Like, it just seems like it's a weird move to be like, there's a curfew tonight. Like, what are you talking about? There's no fucking curfew. Shut up.
They'll go out anyway. I mean, look at it's already.
We're watching. Yeah, I've got 6 different feeds going right now. Oh, only 5 now. I've got 5 feeds going right now.
People in their homes. I mean, if there's a curfew that was enforced, they would be either shot or in handcuffs.
Well, I think that they're posturing. I don't think that they can enforce it. I think there's way more citizens than they have the ability to take right now. And I think they're playing. I think they're playing it kind of close to the vest on it.
You're right. I mean, again, if the National Guard was allowed to really cut loose, then things would be a little bit different. I mean, if there was a real strong curfew that would say if you're on the street, you're most likely going to get shot. That would probably definitely change people's attitudes. Because, I mean, if they're just out there, like you said, posturing, whether it's the protesters or the National Guard, then nothing's going to be accomplished. Because if it's a curfew, these people should not be on the street at all. Journalists or protesters 100%. Or rioters. So.
No matter who they are, if there's a curfew, but they are, and there's a bunch of them still.
And now, like, not that I can anymore because I'm diabetic, but I used to like order Domino's pizza every Friday night. Like, what the heck? You can't do that anymore. You can't get pizza delivery.
Yeah. Some cop murders a dude, and now we can't get pizza.
I need my pizza, whatever, or something. You can't order anything. You can't even get freaking mail now because the mail service has been suspended.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's funny actually. I had a check that was literally in the mail, and I got it in my mailbox today.
Whoa, lucky. Now if you could just get it to the bank, then you'll really be good.
Right, and we'll see about that. I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah, good that you have money coming in. That's better than my situation, but whatever. Hopefully things will get better soon.
Yeah, it's a fucking crazy fucking world out there, man. Like it's like everything's burning, but it's not. And like all this stuff, I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy. They're pointing fingers. Hold on. They are finger pointing at each other who the bad leaders are. Oh, between Walls and he says Walls is a bitch.
Yeah, that's one true statement. That is for sure. Yeah, I mean, our whole leadership is just messed up. Just look at Minnesota. What is it? 690,000 people are out of work now. That's crazy. That's unacceptable by any stretch of imagination for this virus. I mean, and again, look to Wisconsin.
Here's some stuff of that. There we go.
Well,
we're going through Channing, right? But that's live right now as well.
Some curfew.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking now. It's 46 minutes after curfew. Like that's the thing that I like. Why even impose the curfew? You weren't gonna be able to enforce it anyways. Why say it now? You just look like a bitch. Like,
yeah, and it
like you don't. It's like knowing somebody can beat you up and then daring them to throw a punch. Like you're just gonna look like a bitch.
Exactly. It's only going to encourage more quote unquote civil or uncivil disobedience. That's exactly. This is not a curfew. This is like. It's like saying a red light is a suggestion, not a traffic ordinance.
No, yeah, it's not. Also, here, hold on. Hi, if you're just joining us, welcome to TwitchTok. We are a talk show based out of Minneapolis. Hello. Don't forget to go to Corey Adam Comedy at Venmo and donate often and large. It all helps. We're doing the Lord's work, and by that I mean keeping me in beer. Huh? Yeah. I'm getting better. I'm getting better at the fucking shill ass promos for myself. That was something that I always.
The Lord's work, huh?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I don't believe in God, so it could be the Lord's work. What do I care? God could be a comma in my bank account, a period in my bank account, or a fucking rock. I wouldn't know.
That's right. It's
See, and this is just people marching. Like these people are just gonna march into the suburbs.
I mean, and what's the point? What's the point? Just they're acting out. It's not going to accomplish anything at all. Just to say, oh look, I'm here, I'm mad, and I'm going to interrupt traffic. So what? What do you have accomplished? You haven't proven anything. You haven't done anything positive to resolve the situation. He's still dead. He was murdered. He's still dead. He's not going to be undead tomorrow.
So this scene right here, I guess, is them marching around in circles in downtown, and they've been doing this for like 2 hours now.
Going around. That's very emblematic of their whole approach to life. They're going in circles. They'll never get beyond it because with that kind of mentality, I'm just going to act out. I'm just going to act out, and that's it.
What do you think? Like as a black man, what do you think about like how would you affect change in the way that like black people are handled with the cops?
Well, I'll tell you, but it's very politically incorrect. So
that's fine. Say whatever you want, man. You can say whatever you want. I'm not going to censor you. I don't give a shit. Say what you want.
I can tell you from my own personal experience, I have never had any negative interactions with the cops, and the principal reason for that is because I'm not a crook. I'm not a thug. I obey the law, and a lot of people in the black community, not everybody, but a lot of people don't like that. A lot of blacks do not like other blacks who try to get an education, who follow the law, who aspire to excellence, working, being employed, things like that. I speak from personal experience. I grew up in the ghetto in Buffalo, and I was ostracized and bullied a lot as a kid because I speak proper English, and I wanted to get an education.
That's something you got bullied for as a kid, like just being able to speak correctly
in a ghetto, of course.
Really?
And it's a funny thing, and I mean, as a comedian, professional comedian like yourself, I'm sure you've already seen it. But
so like when I was a kid, I lived in inner city Portland for a while, and I used to get beat up by black people because they got bullied by white people all day at school. And then we would get back. Yeah, we would get back to my only black neighborhood where I was literally the only. And like, I'm not even that white. I'm Italian. That's not even really white. Like the KKK would string me up because I'm not white enough for them. But like they would just beat the fuck out of me because like they were mad at white people and I was a white person. And I don't check it out. I don't hold any animosity to that. Like I don't feel like every black person I encounter are those fucking twits from my childhood. People are people, man.
You're right, but I'm just speaking from my own personal experience. Even through college, I was always accused of being white and acting white. And
what the fuck does that even mean? What is that like? Oh, you're white.
Yeah, because if you speak proper English and you are law-abiding, that's considered white. So, what does black mean? If I have the choice between acting white and acting black, I'll take acting white any day because I don't want to be a moron. And I realized that after 157 years since they last put Negroes on sale, we shouldn't be walking around downtown with our pants down, exposing our underwear and our buttocks in public. I'm sorry, that's just plain ghetto hood rat mentality. And I'm not a hood rat, and I won't be a hood rat, and I won't listen to hood rats. They're not going to tell me. Nobody, black, white, or red, is going to tell me how to be black or whatever. And they're not going to make me conform to what their image is of a black person.
Shout out to Get Some, who subscribed to Tier 1. Thank you. Keep going.
Gotta get some.
Gotta get some. I like that. I love Twitch for the names. Like the names are pretty funny. Like sometimes. Sometimes they're garbage too, but like I've seen some really funny screen names.
Oh yeah. I hear you on that. So yeah, I get a lot of flack for my positions, but so be it. I'm not going to be, and I know myself when I go into stores and stuff. I hate to say it, but I do know that people are looking at me with suspicion, and my response is I don't blame them because why? You know who I blame? I blame not all, but there's a very significant portion of people who share my skin color who do go into stores to shoplift, who do go around causing trouble, who engage in antisocial behavior, who reject and despise education. And I think all the the impression of that over years and years means that when a white person sees a black person on the street, it's like, oh, here comes trouble. And probably 70% of the time they're right.
The real motherfucker just got back. The real motherfucker got back. He said, not shit. About 10 or 12 people with some signs in St. Cloud. That's it.
In St. Cloud, is that?
Yep. Well, that's where they were having that memorial, and they were worried that might actually boil over.
Oh. 12 people? Well, that's not a lot. I mean, I'm glad nothing's going crazy over there, at least.
Yeah. Shout out to Ran Out of Thoughts, who gave us 10 bits. That's super rad. Yeah, it's a really weird thing, and that's where, I get mad about some of the protests, but like I understand it,
Yeah, it's your anger. It's if somebody was murdered, I mean that's pretty obvious. But this kind of behavior will not accomplish one thing.
No, it will accomplish one thing. It'll make everybody that's doing this poor.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I guess there won't be any positive benefit from it. I guess unless you're a Marxist. A Marxist loves this because society's falling apart. This is what they want.
Right. This is how you breach in to get control, and it's what everybody wants.
130%. That is exactly what's so they're lapping this up. They enjoy the strife because the breaking down of society. That's exactly what the Marxists want. And all we can do is hopefully I guess Republicans or libertarians or just anybody who's actually likes this.
I think anybody that's not left, and I think you're seeing this weird thing that as the authoritarian mantra comes more, I see more people on the left that are fucking coming more towards the center. I mean, it's getting so intense that like it's edging everything back.
For example, are you saying that you're finding people from the left are becoming more centrist? Because
yes.
To me, it seems like the opposite.
No, I feel like the vocal people are going like so. Both sides have like fanatics, right?
Yes.
And like the right and the left's fanatics, I subscribe to horseshoe theory. I think once you get to a certain level of fanaticism, you hit this rung of authoritarianism that doesn't really matter what your flavor is.
Mm-hmm.
That's like
good. Good
so
point.
and like if you look at the like totalitarian aspect of it, the two branches of the like radical left, radical right, they bend forward in a horseshoe. That's why it's called horseshoe theory. And the two fanatical sides are actually closer together than the centrist leaning ones. The centrist leaning ones point more towards the shoulder of the shoe almost.
Wow.
And
That's
so
profound.
horseshoe theory. Look, it's a very interesting theory. But so what I'm seeing as the fanatics push more and more, the left, like I know a lot of people that like, even though they're still like, the Trump derangement thing is a thing. I mean, people like cannot give this guy credit when like he does anything good, but they want to blame him for anything that goes bad in their life. And that's just not real. You know, that's just not a real thing.
That's a psychosis.
Yes, it's a psychosis for sure.
Trump derangement syndrome is a very real thing. It's not like it started out as a joke, but it's an actual thing. You can see it.
No Diggity just came in, subscribed to Tier 1 and said, have some capitalism, and launched us into a hype train. Have you ever been part of a hype train?
What's a hype?
So a hype train is a timed contest where people can give any amount of bits. Please give generously. We'll even call this one a riot train because I'm politically incorrect and I don't care about your feelings. Riot train! Burn it down with capitalism, baby.
The crazy train.
That's right.
A little Aussie there, you know. Crazy train.
Oh yeah, I don't want to get a copyright strike.
I.
Dun-dun,
You know.
dun-dun, dun-dun.
Or riot. Riot.
We're going to hype out on this riot train.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Absolutely hysterical. Yeah,
and Joey Vincent, it looks like, is over by all the wreckage. He's the guy located right over. Whoa, he's the second one.
It's a third world. It's like World War III. Look at that.
It is like World War III, and it's like, did you see the like post-apocalyptic like? Oh, holy shit! The real motherfucker gifting subs to everybody. Hype train. Choo 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 choo. Wait, here we go. My man. Hell yeah. Thank you, the real motherfucker. That's awesome. Dude, he propelled us up into level 4. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Everybody getting it. Everybody.
Everybody's
no matter
up in this
who you
Twitch
is.
Tonight. Everybody's up in this Twitch tonight.
Fuck yeah. Look at us up in this Twitch. Y'all about to lose your shit up in this Twitch. What?
Your new name, right, is for your channel, for your show. That's pretty cool. The new name that you have going.
Oh, the TwitchTok?
Yeah, that's very clever. I like that. That's succinct and it's catchy.
Yeah,
very
and
good.
it's catching, and like I also get to blend TikTok with Twitch and like style combine them into the logo. Like this is one of the logos here. I can even let's switch it. Let's do. You know what? Today's we're talking Minneapolis, so we're gonna switch to blue today or purple today. So here we go. Right, we're gonna go here. Bloop. I'm telling you, I'm getting the hang of this fucking tech shit, man.
Yeah.
Like it's not polished because I don't have a production van yet, but I mean I'm doing this all by hand, but I'm getting.
Oh, look at that. That is so cool.
Pretty fun, right?
Woo.
And
That is very nice.
I like the name. I think it's sick. I love the logo. Shout out to my buddy who does all the fucking shit. Let's see here. There we go.
Oh, so you had a graphic designer put that together for
I
you?
designed it. I have an artist that I keep. Like his name's Adam Sword. He does all my art.
Nice.
He does all my
That's
logos.
very
He's
good.
done my tattoos. The real motherfucker goes,
Branding
I'm not
is
gay,
everything.
but Corey Adam, what up? I mean, I have to now. Zach Daniel says, Corey, I love you, but I feel like you are promoting violence at Minneapolis, and I'm reading it wrong and no sound, whatever. I'm not promoting violence. I'm saying that this had, I actually, like, I think you joined late, Zach, honestly. I'm not promoting the violence at all. I'm saying I understand it. I wish that this could have kept to a peaceful protest and not looting. I mean, I think that's sad, but I understand it. I mean, I get like why people are mad. That video is terrible. And I don't, like, to me, I don't really even see it as a race issue. I don't. And people can shove that down my throat all they want. I think as an American, you should be very upset that there is a video of a law enforcement agent murdering another civilian. And I think that there is stuff that has to be done. You know, like, I think that I actually, earlier, it's kind of funny you say that. Earlier, I was criticizing Frey for letting it come to violence. Like, I think our mayor didn't do a good job of keeping it down. And I think walls coming in is fine. But, you know, here's another thing. Like, why establish a curfew if you're not going to uphold it? Like, that makes you look like weak. We got 2 minutes left of level 4 hype train. Riot train, here we go. Woo woo.
Ride that train. Ride that train.
Hold on. Zach goes, you told people to put cones over smoke grenades. And yes, I'm disgusted by it. And said, no, I told people to put cones over the tear gas that the cops were using. It's a very simple trick that citizens can use because guess what? You're not supposed to use tear gas. That is literally against the Geneva Convention. Nobody talks about that. If they're going to use tear gas, and I know my friends are out there protesting, I'm going to give them tips on how to avoid that tear gas if I know it. Also, there's fine print that allows them to say I'm homeless, and then they can't get arrested for protesting. I'm not condoning violence. The tear gas was strictly on the cops' end. I don't know of the protesters that are doing... I'm sure there is. I mean, that's the thing. There's always an exception, and there's always people doing shitty things. Right. Rusty Grammar giving 1,000 bits. That's awesome. You know what? I didn't have the alert sound on, but we're going to give you one anyways.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
No, and I know, Zach, I know they're using it to stop violence, but like, look at yesterday. Yesterday's a prime example. They used all their tear gas way too quick, and then they had nothing, and they had to run away, and now the public gets the image of citizens burning down a police station, and that imagery is going to be way more powerful going forward than any kind of thing. I mean, that's the kind of thing that will beget more violence, is watching, like, police stations burn. You're empowering people to think, oh, yeah, I got this, you know? And I love you too, Zach. What do you, like, you need to call in. Do you want to call in? I will call you on Facebook. Like, call in, man. I would love to talk to you about this. I bet you have some awesome fucking things. We have 18, 17 seconds, 16 seconds. Get it up there. Push those bits. Push those bits. Push those bits. Push them. Push them. That's what you got to do. 95, 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, shit. Here we go.
Yes.
Did it time out? It might have timed out. Level 1, yep. I think it timed out. I think we got around. Oh, there we go. I think people got in a little late. I don't know what happened. We did it though.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty
Bitcoin.
good.
It's a real Bitcoin there. Nice.
Yeah, I mean it's a sad thing, Zach. Like, okay, yeah, then don't. But I mean it's
Here we go. Money talk.
it's a sad thing. You know, it's hard to deal with.
I agree. Without leadership, it's just going to be prolonged. We have to have some strong leadership at the state and the local level in order to bring this to a close, because they arrested the guy. Did they arrest all 4 officers, or just the guy with the knee?
Oh shit, hold on. We're getting subs left and right. This is crazy. Look at all this shit we got. Fuck yeah, we're crushing it, baby. Crushing this shit. All right, what were you saying? The effects. I'm turning the sounds off now.
I was. They arrested only the one officer who did the actual murder? Did they fired the officer that did it, and then they fired all the officers, but they only arrested the one that did it, I believe. Really? No, the other ones aren't going to be like charged as
I'm sure they're charging, but I think the arresting was more of just a public, like, get people to move on type move.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Because
wow.
like I don't know, but that again, that's the bitch move again. If Fry was any kind of mayor, if Walz was any kind of governor, you would have arrested that dude yesterday. I honestly believe that if that dude was in custody last night, there wouldn't have been as much violence as there was.
Sure, that's 100%. So that makes me wonder anyway. Maybe there was a specific reason why they delayed his capture and arrest. Maybe because
well, a lot of that is just the and we can argue that it needs to be changed. I'll hear that argument, but a lot of it, and people don't understand this. My grandpa was a cop. There's a process that you have to go through when dealing with law enforcement officers because they can easily fuck around and call in favors to destroy and tamper with evidence. So one of the things you do is you do it far away, and it usually takes about 2 weeks. Now, because they fired these guys and because of the excessive of the robbery, riot, it gets even quicker. So, and the city is still fucking burning. I've been watching my city. I mean, that's the thing, Zach. I love this place, man. I love Minneapolis. I know I'm an asshole, and I know I don't deserve how much I love this place, but I fucking love me some Minneapolis. And it's so tough right now because you're watching it burn. I understand the rage. I don't think anybody's helping it, but I get it. And I don't know what to do. It's a very weird conundrum.
It is, and I hope it can be resolved because otherwise people are going to be fleeing this town. I mean, why should they stay here? I mean, this will happen again. You think this will be the last time?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Unless major reform comes, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, as far as law enforcement, but there definitely has to be reform. But it also has to be a change in culture. There has to be an end to this acting out, which it is this publicly sanctioned acting out, because that's doing so. It's not going to affect any positive change.
Yeah. And No Diggity just said they can't overcharge this. You're not wrong. They're going to lay down a shitload of charges. That's going to happen.
Yeah. They all those officers, they definitely need to. I mean, obviously the one that actually did the murder, he should get life in jail. But I would think the other one should be charged, accessories or some kind of legal status, because they stood around. You don't mean to tell me they couldn't have say, hey, maybe you should not try to choke this guy to death or something.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly it, and I think those other officers are more to blame. Not blame, but they're more causation of it. Like you literally have to just empathize with that. The guys. They
could have stopped it.
Right.
They could have stopped. I mean, because because a citizen, could point out this. But I mean, if a citizen actually tries to approach the cop, he's going to get a lead sandwich, right?
Yeah.
Stood. 3 other cops there.
Tussbard.
They could have forcibly taken him off. If he's already subdued and is on the ground, what further danger is? If he was ever posing a danger in the first place, what further danger is he posing to anybody? He's on the ground with his, handcuffs and everything. He can't do anything. So
A-Bombers just said, y'all think zero change comes from this? Yes, I think so. I think change will come from this incident, and I honestly believe that without this riots, they were going to happen anyways. It's why they fired those guys right away. The moment they fired them, they were determined to fucking string them up. And I'm telling you this, I am not an anti-cop person. I have friends that are cop. My grandpa was a cop. I don't mind cops. They don't bother me. I like some of them. But the reality is that this situation, all the cops I know that I would call good cops are the most vocal about capturing these dudes and fucking persecuting them because they're making their job worse. And I don't think any amount of protest or riot is actually going to do anything. I think that these guys were going to be offered up to the public either way. I think now it might go faster and you might be looking at charges falling apart because it's rushed. But as far as actual concrete changes, the only thing that's going to change A-Bombs is that everywhere in that neighborhood no longer has small businesses to go dine at. Next year around, all the taxes are going to raise because they have to replace all the public property they just broke. I mean, the long-term change is that the people that did this made the people in that community be poor for another 20 years. That's what happened.
Set them back at least 20 years. Exactly.
At least
right.
20 years.
So.
And that's not, and it's funny because that won't affect Target. That won't affect Cub. That won't affect AutoZone. That affects the community and the citizens. It directly affects the people that are protesting in the name. And that's why, and it sucks because that first night was awesome. They were crowding in. They were chanting. There wasn't hardly any violence. It was a peaceful fucking protest.
But then it devolved.
Just
chaos.
Yeah. Then it devolved. And that's, that's a thing that happens sometimes, shit devolves.
And people play up on it. I mean, there's obviously racial arsonists out there who just love this and people that exploit the chaos. It's a very bad situation. I don't know.
I mean, again, I don't know what the answer is, and I hate when I'm in a point where I'm critiquing something and I don't have the answers to it. I get really sad about that personally, because I want to have I want to have the answers. I want to be able to just fucking, all right, this is what it is, but it's just, the reality is that's just not the case a lot of the times. That's not something you can do.
Well, you're not mayor of Minneapolis, so you can be.
Not yet, god damn it.
That's right. Yeah, I'll vote for you. I'll vote for you. You'll get my vote. Maybe several times.
I'm a civil servant, and so I would never put myself up there for love of the community.
Right.
I don't know why Joey's keeps going down. We have a multiple feed here. One of them just keeps getting interrupted. The other ones are going strong though.
Right. Yeah, we can only hope and pray or whatever, meditate that things will be restored to some semblance of normalcy soon, because
Yeah,
I gotta go shopping eventually. I have to go shopping, and you can't even order anything because nobody's going to deliver. I mean,
no, why would they?
Yeah, I mean, unless you got an armored carrier or personnel carrier as your personal vehicle.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop supplies. Get ready, go. That one just doesn't want to keep going. Ooh, shit! There's a fire.
Oh,
that's
a fire?
Olympic Cafe in North Minneapolis is still on fire.
Jeez. That's insane.
There's a look at some of the National Guard guys at Lake Street right now.
That's a live feed, or is a?
Yeah, these are all live feeds.
Oh wow.
This is what I've been doing for the last 3 days. I figured out how to just keep watching the feeds, right? Just watching them, and it's fucking crazy out there.
It's absolute anarchy. It's the worst situation I've seen quite a while. Geez.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. I was living in Portland when the Rodney King riots happened, and we had some carryover into that. There was some rioting going on, but nothing like this. I mean, at least, again, I wasn't in LA, I was in Oregon, and we had maybe 1 or 2 nights of it, but not like this. It's never been like this.
Right. Oh, so you lived actually in the city of Portland then?
Yep, I lived in Portland, right off of Powell, and then I also lived in Oregon City when I was a kid.
Cool. That's amazing. I lived in Portland for a couple of years, from 2012
nice.
to 2015.
There you go. Oregonians, baby.
And I came back to Minneapolis. Nice.
Zach Daniel says, "Can we get one rush screen? Time stand still." Yeah, I don't know, man. Right? I'm just trying to get everything to where we can fit it all. All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for doing this, man. I appreciate it.
Sure. Thanks a lot. It was great talking to you, sir.
Hell yeah.
Stay safe and talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. Tell the people where to get a hold of you if they want to find you on social media.
Oh, my name is Adiv Abramson. The first name is Adiv. It's like diva, but just put the A in front because I'm an A-list type of person.
Attaboy.
And in my public posts or whatever, you'll see a lot of incendiary comments.
Yeah, you and I like to stir them up like a hive of bees. I feel like.
Yeah, we're the murder hornets of comedy and commentary. That's what we are.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you so much.
All right, take care. Stay safe.
Yep, absolutely. Have a great one. All right. That was Adiv. Thank you so much. Let's go over here. Get rid of that. There we go. And then I'm going to go, let's see here. We'll do Unicorn Riot. What do we want to... Let's watch this fire, I guess.
You're looking at another fire.
There's another one now.
No fire trucks around it. Onlookers.
All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then we'll be right back.
This one is located Lake Street, about, I'll call it half a mile to 3/4 of a mile east of 35W. We just noticed that. And we also noticed another small fire on the east side of Hiawatha that is unattended as well. So we're watching 2 fires right now in this general area. Back to you. Okay, we got that one on the air.
All right. Starting to get dark here really quick.
I'll turn the bottom strobe off.
All right, where are we going now?
It's not going to be worthwhile to be at the precinct.
Can't see anything.
Anyway, not going to be able to see anything, so we might as well just monitor the fires.
Yeah.
Wow, there's a guard helicopter flying just off the hard deck. Okay. We're still watching the fires. Okay,
All right, we're back.
just
Here we go.
monitor the fire.
See anything else popping up
Shit's
anywhere?
crazy.
No, I just saw a guard copter flying north about 100 feet off the hard deck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Supposedly there are Black Panthers in Minneapolis doing something right now, and then also there's boarded up places everywhere. What did Mikey 2 Milks post? Let's see this. That's just crazy as fuck. It's getting out there, man.
Smoke is blocking the fire.
Yeah, Northtown Mall is all about it. There's a lot of them that are all boarded up. What's this one? That one's gone already. 2 unicorn rides covering.
Me right now, I'm here with the people, and we're gonna do this together. Yeah, thank you so much, right, man.
Definitely.
Yeah,
You saw? Did you watch the murder of George Floyd?
I watch it, and I mean, I've been trying since then. Yeah, I'm here with the people, and we're gonna do this together. Thank you so much, right, man.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank
that.
you so much, Christine. Yeah.
Shit is so crazy.
We're passing underneath I-35, which has been getting constructed on for the last few years.
The last few years, try forever. I don't remember a
gonna be
time
construct-
when 35 was not under construction. some stuff.
You ready to go? Okay. I'm gonna stay out here.
I see guard helicopters flying. Two of them.
Oh shit. Wait, what? I'll be there in.
Tommy, I don't know if you can hear me, but I don't think there's anybody on the freeways.
Police cars are all. See the line of cars? Look like, is that Snelling?
Oh, crazy. Look at this. This one's nuts.
94 and Snelling. See all the red?
Oh, yeah.
That's all cop cars lining up. That's crazy. A lot of them are being interrupted now, which is like, this is about the time of day that it happens and then gets cut away from. Like, see, look at that. Trying to keep up with them, man. Here we go. Let's get over. We got a guest to get to. Here we go. Let's jump back in. Let's get this all going on, shall we?
I'm not sure what those big bangs are. It might be from that fire by those cars. Those cars that were on fire.
All right.
Y'all want to talk? Nah, okay.
Motherfucking fuck 12. We finna burn this shit down too. We're gonna see what the fuck's going on, but fuck 12. Fuck the whole thing. This is the unicorn riot man himself.
You're on the phone with Alvin.
What up, dog? How are you?
The rest of you guys are doing a good job.
I'm good. Let me see if I can put this camera. Oh, can you see me now?
About Southside.
What?
Let's get it.
No, I'm not.
Can you
it's
see
not
me?
video. It's just audio, baby.
All right.
Or do you want video? We can do a video here.
I'm just saying,
Let's see if we can do
No,
it.
it's not bright enough where I am. Don't do video.
Okay, well here, I'll decline it then.
That's all they are.
Thank you.
It's slave catchers, and we done with it. All they.
I don't want to yell either, so are we good now?
Yeah, we're fine. You okay, buddy?
All right, cool. I just got off the phone with my dad. He called to check in to see if I was good.
Okay. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. Like, yeah, I'm hurt and disappointed, and kind of, I don't know. This is some unprecedented shit that we're going through. So, this is interesting. I just know that I need to get the hell away from it.
Yeah, you ran away.
Yeah, dude. Why stay?
Yeah, hey man, I'm not
Why stay
judging
and
you.
fight?
Do you, man? Identify yourself to the viewers. Tell them who you are.
Oh, hi, hey world. My name is Alvin Irby. Alvin Irby. IRB as in boy. Y. I live in St. Paul, born and raised, and yeah, I'm black. I'm black.
Is that true?
Fuck. Hey, don't talk shit about St. Paul.
St. Paul sucks.
St. Paul does suck.
You leave St. Paul. God damn it, Corey, shut up.
I'm just not a fan.
You leave St. Paul boring.
I'm a Minneapolis guy. All my shit ends up downriver. I can't help that.
Yeah. Even your fucking rioters and looters, they come down.
That's right. You got our secondhand looters. Remember that.
Oh my God. Bullshit B team.
Yeah. They were right there at a soccer stadium, and they didn't have the stones to actually take out the soccer stadium. Nah, that's Bush League. You're gonna burn.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
gonna burn a local business, but not go after the giant soccer stadium. Bush League riot.
Yeah. Why don't you just show us that we're not united?
Yeah. Minnesota. Yeah.
Minnesota.
What kind of message would that be? I suppose you have to leave,
We're
right?
united
Minnesota
in our
United. You have to
anger.
leave it. I'm back around. I take it back.
Dude, they should have done fucking Walmart. There's nobody in Walmart. That place is closed. Burn that shit down. Right. But nope, you want to fuck with my Target, my local Target.
Yeah.
Fuck them. They all got money. They got insurance.
You don't give a shit. You're like, fuck them.
Dude, I'm at the point, dude. I'm telling people, like, this is the tipping point, man. Like, it's just, this is what it happens when the cries go unheard. You gotta speak another way through action.
I get that and I understand that, but they were fired immediately and they were gonna be prosecuted. This dude's probably gonna be federally convicted and executed. And I don't think that it's because of the riots. I don't think it's because of it's a protest. It's a protest that got out of hand. Calling it a riot is weird. But
I'm calling it a riot, dude. Like, this is vandalism and going to all of these places and just fucking destroying them.
But at first it wasn't.
Dude,
that first day was
shit.
peaceful. It wasn't a riot at first. You know?
Yeah, and the third precinct wasn't on fire. But once they set the fucking police station on fire,
Did you
I was
ever
like,
think
I
you
guess
would
all
live
bets
long
are
enough
off.
to see people light up a police station?
Nope. A fucking riot in the Twin Cities? No. I'm like, what would cause a riot? I don't know. Now I do. In fucking Minneapolis.
And they're still just marching around downtown right now, an hour and a half after curfew. Like, why even put the curfew on? You weren't gonna fucking enforce it. Just makes you look weak. You can't just tell people hey, you can't be outside, even though you have no way to really enforce that, because you're not gonna shoot up everybody. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, dude, who's paying? What rioters and shit and protesters are going to be paying attention to the fucking curfew?
None. They just want it to be a crime. Everybody they catch, it's now a crime because they're disobeying curfew.
Well, they're not gonna fill up. They can't overflow the fucking jails, dude. Can't get us all. But yeah, it's just really unfortunate all the way around. I really wish these fucking riots were more organized. I do.
Yeah, I mean, that's a criticism I had with the Black Lives Matter movement originally, was the organization.
Their execution was ass.
Right.
Their execution was bad. It was bad. I didn't subscribe to that shit.
And that's the whole thing that I have trouble with. And, you and I were talking about is I have trouble with this shit because it's to me, I understand that, this is the straw that broke the camel's back. I get that. But, I don't, obviously race is part of it, but to me, the bigger issue here is you had a law enforcement agent kill a civilian in cold blood where it was monitored. That's unacceptable. Beyond any of the other things that happened, and that's unacceptable. You still have people, excusing it. I don't fucking get that.
Well, I was let down by the county attorney that said he needed more time and he needed all the evidence. It's well, how much more time do you need? Yeah. He ended up getting a damn, they apprehended him. They got him in custody less than 24 hours later. But he let me down on that press conference. It wasn't a good look. It was a very bad look.
He just wanted the city to burn. And I have always been critical of Fry. I do not like that guy. I did not, I wasn't in a precinct where I could, he just has a lot of really big left agenda points that I disagree with from an ideological standpoint. For instance,
gotcha.
I can go down him, but they're all just he subscribes to identity politics in a way I don't, and he doesn't mind to legislate little slight amounts of what I believe to be fascism into his legislation. And it's a criticism that I had about him way before any of this.
Right.
He's when people talk about the radical left and the fanaticism of it, he's a fanatical left. And whenever you get a fanatic, I don't care what side they are, you get to the point where you're a fanatic and you're just not representing. And he basically told that dude, arrest them. And the problem is, we were talking about this earlier on the show, is when you're talking about a law agent, they fired him, and then they want to do this a little bit slower so they make sure that they get this guy. I mean, this dude's probably going to be executed because
do it right.
Well, and he's going to be executed because the federal crime people, they can execute. As long as the feds are looking into it, it's not the state. The state doesn't have a death penalty. The feds do.
The FBI is all over this shit now.
Well, and you know, and I say this, I was talking about this, is that I'm a big, like, not proponent of defender of cops, but I think society needs cops. And I have a lot of friends that are cops. My grandpa was a cop. And the one thing that all my friend cops have in common is they're fucking pissed, and they're the ones arguing for justice to be done louder than anybody, because it makes them look even worse.
Yeah, I agree, dude. It sucks that this stereotype is becoming true. Is like it gets proven too many times, and we know people that are in the blue that they don't voice up, they don't step up and fucking say anything, and I don't know what they're gonna do, and I know they can get probably repercussions and shit, but when does it stop? When does this shit gotta stop, dude? What's it gonna take?
It's not going to stop. I mean, that's the thing. Is like a lot of people are here. A lot of people are here for the wrong reason, and now it's just going to be the fucking. This is, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of.
Whoa, I'm talking about the police.
Oh, I thought you meant about these extended riotings.
No, fuck that. I'm talking about the problem. I'm talking about the goddamn problem and the systemic unfairness of it all. Like this system, it can work, but it doesn't work in our favor.
Yeah.
This system can work. I mean, the laws and shit. I love that they have them. You know, some fucking order.
I feel like laws are pretty good.
Yeah, but the system and the legal system and shit, it wasn't made for us.
Well, I mean, that's the thing I was talking about earlier too, and I'll get some of your feedback there. Like, to me, a lot of the times when I see racial issues, I see class issues of the fact that originally black people were property in this country, and even when they were free, they weren't really free. Some people, you could argue they aren't free in some areas of the country still. You could argue that. There are places in this country where, like,
3/5 of a person. Can you measure that? Can you quantify 3/5 of a person?
No, I cannot.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I can quantify 3/5 of a corpse. Like, it's a measurement, but I can't. A person, like, people are people, man. That's just what it is. And, like, the thing about this is that's the thing is, like, when we get tied into this, because, like, the fucked up thing about America right now socially is that because of the systemic institutions after John Wilson's in the chat. What up, John Wilson? How are you? John Wilson says, hi, Corey and Alvin. I just got Twitch to watch some chess and clicked browse. I saw your channel. That's awesome, John Wilson. You are the best. Somebody in this channel gift my man John Wilson a subscription. He is a very funny comic, and he's been on fucking HBO. I have not talked to this guy in forever. Love you, John. We got to get together and play some poker soon, dude.
Have you ever heard John Wilson yell?
No. Have you?
I've never heard that man yell. Like, I'm glad he's never had a reason to, but I've never heard him yell.
I've never even heard him talk in what I would call a louder volume.
He's never raised his voice.
Right. I don't think it raises. I don't think it raises.
He doesn't raise his voice. I want to get to that level.
Oh, fuck yeah. No diggity. Just give him a subscription. There's a subscription for you, John. Come back. Fuck yeah, dude. Shout out to Kirkhoven, Safe Zone. Yeah, but the thing about this is that, like, in our country, race and poverty were so intermingled because, again, when black people were freed, were they really? I mean, all the Jim Crow laws and shit, you basically were keeping an entire subgroup of people in poverty. And then in Minnesota specifically, we're so gentrified, every different minority lived in a different area of the city. That's just how Minneapolis worked. And then
the system.
Yeah, and so what happens is now this is, and that's what I'm saying is that this is all, to me, the systemic problem of it. But the main thing to never pay attention to is that this is a class issue, and it's definitely becoming us versus them at this point. You know?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like, and again, even the people, like, it may start out black and white, but it's going to be blue and everyone else.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's exactly
yeah,
like
if you got to make it a white black thing, or if you only see it as that, excuse me, there's a bigger picture, man.
Right, and there was an Asian guy there, so you shouldn't be able to do that anyways.
Right. There was an Asian dude that saw that shit, and he knew that shit, and he was scared of the repercussions of the other motherfuckers. There were 3 dudes on this man's back and neck and leg, dude. They don't take 3-4 people for that shit.
No.
It doesn't. Not when this man's handcuffed and face down.
Right.
And for this motherfucker to just stand
and again,
there,
like, I mean, because you saw the video, right? Of course you did. Like,
no, I did not. I'm not gonna watch it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't need to fucking watch it.
I don't. That's
I've
interesting.
seen the
I
still
thought you
images,
would
and
have
I
watched it.
saw
I
the
thought you would have watched it. I really would have.
No, I'm not gonna watch that, dude. It serves me no purpose to watch just another man die.
Well, but I mean, like, you can be aware that it happens. I'm kidding. Bad joke. But like,
yeah, said the woke white dude.
I'm not woke, and I'm Italian. It's barely white. It's different. We're like the mer Mexicans of Europe, man.
Yeah. Who's gonna get shot first if we were protesting, dude?
Depends on if they run my ID or not, dude, because it's heads up.
Oh no, they're not gonna waste time with you. Not if I'm next to you. That's just a fact.
I don't know. You're starting to become better at crowd work than me, so they might.
Dude, the crowd work is
like,
getting fun.
They're like coming up to me and they're like, "What's this guy about?" And you're like, "What's the deal with Italians? That guy's Italian. Get him."
Yeah, I'm like, dude, are we gonna take this shit from these Italians? No,
fuck no.
No, I like Italians. They're fiery. I like them. I don't have anything against Italians.
We ain't got nothing.
It's the Irish, really.
Yeah, it's all the Irish, all right? Irish and white women are to blame for everything. I'm convinced. You just convinced me. See how I just tacked on white women for no reason?
I know, dude. See, I'm just not in the right. I gotta read the audience because I was
hold on. Here,
next.
let me call you back. There's a major
charged by the Hennepin County Attorney's Office with murder.
Okay.
And with manslaughter.
So he was charged with murder and manslaughter officially right now. There's a press conference on it.
Yeah, 3rd degree.
Gross.
Yeah,
Third
and the
degree.
manslaughter, I don't know what degree that is, but if they don't get the murder, then they're going to get the manslaughter.
Ugh. 3rd degree. 3rd degree. How many degrees was he torquing that dude's neck? That's fucking offensive. That's fucking
First
offensive.
degree. Now let's educate the audience. The 1st degree is if it's premeditated.
Mm-hmm.
2nd degree is if it's intended. Like, I'm coming to your house and we're gonna fight. I'm trying to kill you. Now, premeditated is me. You know what premeditation is. So that's the 2nd and the 1st degree. The 3rd degree is, I think they got to prove intent. They got to prove intent, or that's going to be tough. Police. I've sat in on a few jury selections. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Those shits are hard. They're hard to sit through.
We got a bigger protest gathering in L.A. as well, because it's only 7. Yeah, L.A. has been protesting alongside us most of this time.
What did I say?
Well, I'm just glad we didn't. No white dude got dragged out of his fucking car and beat the shit up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah,
so where do we go? Where do we go from here?
LA's in there.
Where do we go as a, not as a society? I'm not going to say society, as a community, as people, because I do believe most people here genuinely love Minneapolis. I mean, that's why we all live here. What do we do to help heal our city going forward? Because I mean, it's not like you can. And again, this is the thing. Everybody wants it to be this big fucking thing, but right now there's protests in Atlanta, DC, Columbus, LA, Minneapolis. That's where everything's going on right now. But this is like something that needs to be addressed, because I think. Go ahead.
Ooh. Yep. Here's what you need to do. Here's what we got to do and change stuff. Police reform. That's a big.
100%.
It's a big undertaking. But what?
100%.
Yeah. We got to do police reform because less than 10% of the fucking police force lives in Minneapolis. Like, what kind of connection do you have to the people if you ain't even around them?
None.
Except for when you work and that's it.
None.
You know? But it was interesting to see the county attorney's address be spread the hell out all on live media. That was crazy.
Yeah, well, and like this guy that's being like tagged as the St. Paul guy, like, I mean, that guy, it sounds like isn't gonna be the dude, but just like, so think about that, because like I believe that dude in that umbrella.
And I'm guilty of it too. I thought he was, but you know what? Of course, SPPD is gonna protect them.
Right.
And be like, hey, no, that's
well, he's supposedly he was on duty in St. Paul that entire night, and there's a record of him patrolling. So I'm sure that'll be declassified going forward. But it just sucks because in the interim, how many people are not going to see that declassification? And I guarantee you that guy's going to be subjected to a bunch of fucking bullshit because of it.
because his face is already out there.
Right. No matter what
I feel
happens,
bad
it's like back when 9/11 happened, and they showed Iraqis celebrating 9/11. And what they had to do later is they had to come out and say, okay, this was stock footage from Iraq's Independence Day. But how many people aren't going to see that retraction, you know?
From the papers. Yeah, dude, it's so fucked up. And people need to pay attention. They got to pay attention to the shit that's going on in front of us.
Yes. Agreed.
And I don't know how to fucking convey that. Like, all people. Like, they need to put the police department in the fucking neighborhood. Like, if you don't live in Minneapolis, maybe you shouldn't be on the fucking police force.
Yeah. Tuesday
beautiful home.
Tuesday 976 says, put this killer in Gen Pop.
Put who?
Yeah, and John's got it too. So what I think happened, and me and my buddies were talking about this the other day, is that I think in the 80s we changed all the police interaction training, and the thing about it is the culture of the training, and that's what's weird about this riot and this protest, is that it's going to ratchet up, is that we made this weird fundamental change in how police approach a situation. Prior to the 80s, they approached it coming in as like, all right, let's see what's going on. After the 80s, they approached it as like, all right, we're going into a war zone. Make sure you check your six, watch your partners back. You guys are going to war. And there's no way that this doesn't ratchet up the militarization of the police again. It just sucks. It's like there's no fucking, and like I'm not the guy telling people not to fucking protest. Tovar just said the 5th precinct is surrounded. Radio chatter sounds like they're talking about abandoning it.
Fuck. Oh wow.
And I have friends of mine that were working at the airport, and they were saying people were coming in by the droves with Black Lives Matter signs today.
Okay.
Yeah, you can, John Wilson. There's scanner apps. What up?
Dude.
Oh yeah, Tovar.
Yeah,
Check out John Wilson MN. That's John Wilson, baby.
Hey.
Hey.
What up, Tovar? Yeah, dude. It's heavy, man. It's heavy. And for people that are outside the circle, that are outside of the metro area, that are outside of Minnesota, to really, speak on it and not having all the information, I can understand how frustrating that can be.
Yeah.
I really do, because they may not be getting all the information. And that's why I'm some people's only connection to Minnesota. Like, some people forget I'm from Minnesota. And so, they'll speak on some stuff, and I'm like, yeah, man, it sucks up here. And they're like, oh, shit, dude, I forgot you live up there. I'm like, yep. I bet you don't forget about Minnesota now, huh? Not a flyover state anymore.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people posting that today. Like, we're not a flyover city anymore. Like, I'm like, I don't know. I'd rather still be a flyover city and not on fire, but that's just me personally. I mean, I just I don't know, man. I get it. Like, I get it. I'm not downing anybody protesting or anything. Like, I totally get it. I do. That being said, I just want my city to not burn. I love this city too much to watch it burn.
Deadly situation.
Yeah. Perhaps this is a growing pain for Minneapolis.
Oh yeah, I mean, and I am to blame for the next thing that I'm about to say too, is that like a lot of us knew how bad the police were here for a long time and did nothing, and that's on all of us.
There's a history.
I mean, I remember. I mean, the only person that doesn't owe everybody an apology over this is Joey fucking Vincent. Joey Vincent is so fucking going.
He's still going?
Yeah, he's been on the ground. I don't know if he's still going currently, but I mean, for the last 3 days, he has been on the ground going till at least 2 or 3 a.m.
Damn, dude. I'm glad he's not.
And that's
getting
what's so
fucked
interesting
with.
about this protest to me is you watch the main media outlets cut out, and that's when all the unicorn riots, Joey Vincent, Alpha News, all the live streams kick up.
Dude,
like
these live feeds. Oh.
They're not able to silence us in the way they used to be able to. Controlling the populace is very, very hard.
Not when we fucking organize. It's hard. I mean, it is when we organize.
That's what I'm saying. With the internet and with the organization tools and with the ways we're going about everything, it's very, very hard.
And for social media to bring us together or connect us. I'm not going to say shit brings us together, but it connects us. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think
social media connects us so that they can see what hell, what we see damn near real time, you know?
Yeah, well, and that's the
So
thing. Is like
they're
they
there
can't,
with us.
in the era of live streaming, they can't stop the
Yeah.
information from getting out like they used to be able to. They used to be able to
Yeah.
stop the information from getting out so they could control the narratives, and that's just not something they're able to do anymore because the fact that every single person in this society almost has a camera in their pocket that is a HD live recording camera. You know what I mean? Like if
Imagine
you have
if
if you have a
Emmett Till had
camera,
Instagram.
if you have a cell phone that was bought in the last 5 years, you own an HD device that you can stream live for sure. For sure. Probably even the last 10 years,
It's
honestly.
simple. There's a kid that can do this. There's kids that do that shit. Yeah, absolutely, man. But police reform is my answer, dude. Police reform is.
I
the
think
start.
police reform is a very good start to it all. I mean, I think that's part of it. I think it's more complex than all of that, and I think it's going to take complex solutions to it. You know, there's just it's a really weird.
Do you have a solution?
Well, I think police reform.
an
Check it
idea?
out. Check it out. I think police reform is the place you start for sure. I think we need to de-escalate the way that they come in, feeling like it's a fucking war zone. Like I really believe that, and I also think here's something interesting that everybody gets mad at me when I say. Right? I think that we should be able to make "I fear for my life" a persecutable offense under negligence. If you're fearing for your like if that dude, because that dude said the fucking code word, right? I fear for my life, right? The get out of jail free card for cops, right? But if you're legitimately telling me in that video situation, which you didn't watch, but I mean it was graphic and shit, but if you're telling me that the officer that killed that man was scared of him, that is a coward that doesn't need to be a cop.
The dude was smirking at the camera and he had his hands in his pocket.
Right, you're not fearing for your life.
Hands in his pocket? Come on, dude. Talking about this is why you don't do drugs, kids? Fuck this dude. He knew what he was doing. Now, why do I know? I know enough details about this video. I don't need to watch it.
35W is blocked in both directions, I guess.
35W?
Yep.
Well, where does that shit where?
I would assume by 94. I mean, they're gathering in mass in downtown right now. And now we're looking at almost 2 hours past curfew. And this is why I think the curfew is a bad idea, because you're just going to look like a bitch. There's no way you're going to inform it. And the moment you can inform it is the exact moment. I think the thing about this riot is so interesting is that there's imagery that will outlast the situation entirely. There's something about Americans taking in an image of the people rising up and burning down a police department that will not be erased in the scenes of time.
No. When the people are fucking fed up, shit's gonna burn. Shit's gonna burn.
Here's 94 or 35W being blocked. Yeah, they're just chain linking it down like they did when they blocked 94. Good for them.
Wow.
I'm okay with that. I hate blocking the highway normally, but if we're talking rioting or that, I'm into that, I guess. My only thing is I just don't think affecting other people that aren't to blame gets people on your side. I understand they're raising awareness, but at this point, everybody's aware that dude killed that dude.
We're supposed to
inconvenience
you. That's the point.
Yeah.
Did you?
So are you? That's why they knocked out the power.
You're up north now, right?
People. Yeah, I'm in Cambridge.
Nice. Did you get some Sammys yet?
Well, dude, there's a location in Elk River, and there's a location out in Hibbing and shit.
Hibbing is the original.
Yeah, that's the original. But you had me think it was in goddamn Cambridge, and there's nothing close to that in Cambridge.
I thought there's one in Cambridge.
No, there's nothing. There's a goddamn pizza pub.
Cromwell. I'm thinking of Cromwell. Are you sure there's not a fucking? I believe you, but I could have swore that was
Cromwell. You think? No, what the fuck that is? What were you thinking?
I could have swore it was. Whatever. Hold on. Your negligence and attitude towards me is offensive, sir. Just want you to know that.
I'm sorry. Please don't call the cops.
I don't. Yeah, no, I won't.
They're right down the street.
They are? All right. Well, you hold my phone and you hit record, okay?
They're worried about the potheads next door. It's fine.
Yeah, right? Oh, man.
Why
I like how
potheads?
you, amidst a fucking racial crisis, go to fucking small town America.
Bro, did you know how great I felt going into the gas station?
Yeah, dude, those people were scared as fuck. They're like, I've never even seen a black person before.
Yeah, homegirl turned around, stopped talking to her friend. Was, hello. I'm like, yeah. What's up? I'd like some of you. I want a 6-pack of beer. She probably would let me walk out of there with it. But
Margaret Blaylock says last night Harmar Mall got looted and Northtown got all smashed.
Oh, fucking Harmar! Yep. God damn it, Harmar. So many memories. And
Looted but not burnt.
oh, I'm glad I didn't burn the fucking Harmar, but still, shit. This is ridiculous.
At least they didn't get Harmar Superstar.
Yeah, Harmar Superstar.
He's a goddamn national treasure, and don't you say otherwise.
I won't say otherwise. He is everlasting than a motherfucker, dude. His music shall live on.
He's like a gobstopper of people, everlasting.
Yeah. And you know what? I want it now.
I want it
I don't care
now.
how.
I want it now.
Nope, that's Queen. I'm talking about Veruca Salt, bro. Down
Get on the rooftop,
Campfire.
shout it out, baby, I'm ready to go. Or no, that's Elastic.
Guess
no,
that's where we're gonna go with it. Yeah, I was talking about Willy Wonka and the chocolate. Yep.
It's very weird singing Republica while I watch people riot and like this looks like people on the roof of the precinct. What's happening? Are those those must be cops?
Yeah, there's cops on the roof.
Oh shit!
There's cops on the roof.
Cops on the rooftop.
Yeah, I would've gotten the fuck out of here.
Wah.
Hey, look, we're abandoning ship, right? Like we're getting the fuck out of here, right? Because, I don't feel like shooting people up. This building's not worth it. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I just don't know why you make a curfew. Like, you're just gonna end up making yourself look like
Feels
a bitch.
like a panic move. It feels like a panic move.
Right,
dude.
because Fry is a bad leader. Like, I'm telling you, this is a bad move.
Trump's a bad leader.
Wait, was it? Oh, I guess. Okay, so what did Waltz do?
Walz
I
is
thought
the one.
did
Walz
some
is the one that
shit.
put in the curfew because nothing was being done. He shouldn't have. It was the wrong decision, but he shouldn't have had to do it. And I'm not the biggest Walz guy. I do think that he's doing the best job he can in an impossible situation, both with coronavirus and this. I mean, could you imagine? Like, could you imagine being somebody that was the governor or mayor right now? Like, what do you even do? You know, it's like I'm mad that they're not doing anything, but it's like, you know, I'm just on my naysaying mountaintop. I don't have any fucking advice. It's just fucking crazy.
I just think people need to get together, have a little session, and eat some ice cream sandwiches.
Is that what you're doing right now? Are you eating some ice cream sandwiches? I
No,
feel
I'm
like
eating
that.
some homemade,
I feel like that. I feel like that
chorizo
assessment. I feel like that assessment was very localized.
No, you know it'd be Kemp's too, baby.
Camps, baby.
Kemp's.
Kemp's.
But yeah.
Sean Kemp's? I didn't know Sean Kemp had ice cream. Dope.
No, jackass.
Can I get some Detlef shrimp bars with that as well?
Ooh, Detlef shrimp bars. What would that taste like? You know he's German.
Well, probably sauerkraut then.
That's gross, dude. Covered in chocolate.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
You don't even want to know. You don't even want to know what Dirk Nowitzki tastes like.
Oh, I don't know, man. I think he'd have more flavor. Because you married a black woman.
Spice it up a notch, huh?
He won't be bland. He won't be Karen's potato salad. I know that.
Oh, that's the funniest SNL sketch ever. Have you seen that? Oh my god. I don't know that I've laughed ever. The guy that plays Black Panther, that actor, I can't remember his name, but he's playing Black Panther.
Chadwick Boseman. Yep.
God damn it, dude. That guy, like, so I'm not the biggest fan of the Black Panther movie just because I don't like origin stories. I wanted more Black Panther action. It was just like a Black Panther for 2 seconds.
That's what people's for, bud.
I don't know. I get it. And like the scenery was great and stuff. It's fine. I mean, I wasn't mad about it. I'll go see the next one. Like, but it was so funny watching him on SNL, and I'm like, this motherfucker's got comedy chops too. That's amazing. Like, when he's fucking talking about that, he's like, I do not know this Karen, but I suggest that I think that her potato salad is very bland. You've seen that, right, Alvin, or no?
I haven't seen that.
Oh my god, it's Saturday Night Live. And
you think I've seen more shit, but I'm
no,
like,
no,
oh,
it's
for
a
two
Saturday
right
Night
now.
Live, and it's a Black Jeopardy, and he's on Jeopardy.
Oh, Black Jeopardy.
Yeah,
yes,
it's Black Jeopardy,
dude.
and it's got Black Panther, and
Yeah.
he's like, He just says it. He goes, I do not know who this Karen is, but I suggest that her potato salad is bland.
Yes, I have seen. Yep, SNL's I Know Black People sketch.
Keenan Ivory Wayne's those black people, baby?
No. You remember the Dave Chappelle sketch, I Know Black People?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I do.
Now, SNL, that's all that SNL sketch is, but I like it. It was funny.
It was so funny.
Oh, yeah.
And I love, like, all those Black Jeopardy ones. Like, the one with Tom Hanks where he keeps, like, unintentionally getting right answers, and they're like, I guess. And then Tom Hanks goes, I don't know what people talk about. You people are okay. And he just goes, yeah, we're going to let that one slide.
Tom Hanks is cool.
Dude, the Tom Hanks one and the Black Panther one are the best. It's fucking great. You should watch those. I will send you. You know what? I'm going to send you links to them, baby.
All right, I probably will. But I kind of wanted to desensitize and disconnect. So I was like, I'm going to watch some comedy or I'm going to watch a horror movie. And so
I'm watching a live feed of Minneapolis, so I'm already got you covered on the horror movie.
I know, dude. Like, yeah. But I'm
I don't
talking
know. It's so hard. It's so hard to watch this shit because I love my city. I really do. I love Minneapolis, man. And it sucks to know like how much hurt and shit is going on in the city.
Yeah.
It's fucking garbage.
Well, do any of your viewers, anybody listening, do they have suggestions on how we can start?
I think
changing?
police reform. I think police reform is absolutely the right thing, and maybe we need to look into making police academy 6 months longer. You know what I mean? Give them a year of police academy. I mean, right now, if you want to go repair a refrigerator for life, you're in school for longer than if you want to be a cop, and that's kind of garbage.
You know what? Ali had a great idea. Ali Sultan had a great idea of for graduation they need to spend time, X amount of time with the fucking family in the place they're going to be patrolling. Spend like a week with the family of a place that you're patrolling.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Or you know what else? You know what else we should do is we should go back to the old school. The cop has to live in the community to defend it. I don't know why we got away from that.
Right.
Because like that used to be a thing. You used to have to live in the district you were defending, and now you're not allowed to live in the district you're defending.
Fear of black folks. Because we in the neighborhood, so y'all left.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm just scared of folks. I don't give a shit what color they are. I just like humans are capable of doing some horrific fucking things to each other.
They are. No matter what the color is. We're talking human beings in general. People are fucked up.
I remember how bad that fucking reboot of the Green Hornet was. That was an atrocity.
They should have never done that, dude.
Agreed.
They should have never done that.
This is a sequence that they're going through that Target that was all fucked up.
Oh, dude. Somebody stole a whole fucking mannequin, dude. Like, why would you steal a mannequin? What's going on?
Yeah, what the fuck are you going to do with that mannequin?
Sex stuff.
Yeah. With a mannequin?
Yeah,
gross. Hope you also looted a drill because you're going to need some prep work.
Or prep work, aka foreplay.
Tuesday 976 says, copied from a Facebook post, Minneapolis drivers be careful. They are throwing rocks and bricks off 35 WE and 94 bridges.
God damn it. Fucking, they're throwing shit off bridges now?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
People get killed like that.
Yeah, dude. Oh, fuck, man. I got no words, Corey.
Hey, I'm just glad that I was able to grab you right here and really just, like, cut your vacation and getting away from it short with just angst. Just some hardcore fucking angst.
Update after update after update.
Yep.
I'm just sweating for no fucking reason because every you got a lot to keep from crying.
Yeah, there's no what other options do you have really? Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give in to the hate and just be like mad and being upset.
No,
like,
I think that's when that's when we lose. When we all get to a point where we're giving into the hate, that's when you lose. There's pieces of your humanity that if you lose, you'll never get back. I believe that. I really do. And this is a point in time where like there's a real lack of fucking understanding for it, you know? Like, it's just absolutely bananas right now.
Right. On a basic level, Corey.
Yes, on a basic fucking level, Alvin.
A severe lack of empathy.
Maybe.
There's a fucking disconnect, dude. There's a huge disconnect. For when people are wondering why, and they're like, yeah, we get it. And if you really get it, then you really shouldn't be questioning or criticizing the rioting and the looting and shit.
Well, that's the thing that I got, like, really confused.
Oh, Corey, I don't like it, and it's wrong. I don't like to see mom and pop shops getting fucking burnt down, or the shit that you guys used to go get candy, trading cards, and all that shit at, and you're burning it down. It makes no fucking sense. The Goodwill? What did the Goodwill do to you? Don't burn that shit.
Well,
White Castle?
That one time I was trying to get a necktie, and they sold it to that other guy. I was pissed.
What?
They gotta go. Nothing. I'm just being a dick.
Yeah, dude. Like, White Castle, burn that shit. I don't care, but...
Whoa. Calm down.
Yeah, that's right. I've never had a good experience. Maybe one experience.
The fuck down. Dude, you sound like a man that's never discovered chicken rings.
Chicken rings are the shit.
Yeah, see? I don't even know who that is, but she's right. Deal with that.
Because their honey mustard is the shit.
So it's the sauce. It ain't the fucking rings.
No, it's the rings. Don't listen to that garbage. I'm back on board. I'm back against
chicken rings anywhere.
Nah, man. Not like this.
How are chicken rings better than nuggets?
You can't get chicken rings. What?
How are chicken rings better than chicken nuggets?
Because they're shaped more like buttholes.
Okay, I'll accept that.
Everybody knows the butthole is the tastiest part of the chicken. That's a fact.
That's why I like donut balls over donut holes.
That's why donut holes are so much better. You get it. You feel me?
No, I like the balls. I like the donut balls.
No, you don't.
Donut hole. Wait. The donut holes are the solid. Yeah. Yep. I like donut holes.
That's what I said. That's what I just fucking said.
You did say that. You did, and I just said police reform. You repeating motherfucker.
Fuck you.
Oh yeah.
I'm sick of your fucking donut privilege, man.
No, well, dude, don't fucking donut shame me. Who the hell do you think you are?
Whatever. Get a long john like an adult or get fucked.
Shame me, dude.
Whatever. Look, somebody has to.
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that this hate is just fucking being taught, and that it's not really you.
It's systemic. It's systemic donut hate.
Yeah.
He was indoctrinated into donut.
Right. Like honestly, it's not your fault, Corey.
He learned it at church.
Corey, it's not your fault.
It's Eau Claire or Eau Claire. No, never mind. Bear Claw privilege. Bear Claw privilege.
Bear claws are gross.
Corey, it's not your fault, man.
Whatever.
It's not your fault.
It must be. My dad left to get groceries and he's not back yet.
Corey.
What?
It's not your fault, man.
No, it seems like it is.
No, dude.
It seems like the weight of all societal problems are on me.
Not at all, man.
And I need to mend them quickly. In 3 hours on a Twitch show weekly.
Don't you take that? Well, all right. If that's your cross to bear, awesome. But
yeah, look, it is my cross to bear. And you know what, listeners? Go to Venmo.com and donate at Corey Adam Comedy to help me keep pursuing this just fucking endless cause.
Please do it. Please do it. He's going to have a lot better guests than me, and they're going to be fun.
That's not true at all. There is no better guest than you, Alvin.
Oh, well, all right. You can't tell, but I'm blushing.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, even in the video.
Well, I had a chance to see it, but you were all like, "No video."
I wouldn't. Yeah, you still wouldn't have known. Oh, yeah, shit. Man. Thank you for that.
So how long is your exodus gonna be?
Oh, I'll be back Sunday sometime.
Just time to get the fuck away.
Yeah. Yes, dude. A little bit of silence, a little bit of chill.
You see the stars up here?
I get to see the stars up here.
I mean, that's good. That's all good things.
Yes. And I got some good homemade food and some beer. I got some Lift Bridge Hot Dish IPA. I brought that.
No Diggity says, I wish we had video. Then we could see his wise voice off the mic. He's right there. I put him on stage. He's right there. There's a picture of him right there. You can see him. In all his wise glory.
I don't know what picture it is.
It's just one of you doing stand-up. It's a good picture. Don't worry. I got you, boo.
Oh, okay.
I would never fuck with you like that.
I know you wouldn't because you don't have those pictures, right?
No, I do.
Never mind.
I still have them.
Dude, I think I still got the picture. Do you still have the picture of when I gave you my shirt off to my back?
That's one of my favorite pictures ever, where I'm making the like fight. That was when we were in that fucking bar fight at Palmer's.
Yeah, we were in a fucking bar fight.
Where that one dude,
I got hit, dude.
I took out 3 people.
I punched people, but I got fucking hit. I'm like, God damn it, I should fight more often.
No, that was the fight. That was the fight where Gus had a fucking show at Palmer's, and it got super out of control. And then
I saw when it happened.
Right.
The short black dude stood up to the tall white dude, and the tall white dude was like, I don't give a fuck. And, I think he swung first.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the shit. I'm like, all right, yeah, you're not going to back. Nobody's backing back. Okay, brawl.
Kamate.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, it was wild, dude. Like our fun friend, name escapes me because I've been drinking. But people were Steve Gillespie.
There you go.
Steve Gillespie got knocked the fuck out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so
somebody probably punched him in his hearing aids. What up?
Ouch! He lost his his cerebellum got fucked up. His cerebrum? Yeah.
Cerebrum?
Cerebrum? Yeah. The cerebellum got So he lost his balance, but yeah, he got knocked out, and I picked him up because I knew he blacked out for a little bit, and I picked him up, and he's like, "Get up, let's get back into the fight." He was like, "All right," and so we went back to fighting because we weren't done. But it was a really wild night, and you look like a rape victim, dude. Like, or somebody tried to assault you, and you got away. Like you were tits out, bro. Like the pop was top.
Oh, I don't care. Like I'll throw. I mean, and here's the thing. As I get older, it's not so much the case anymore. But like I used to throw down. I would throw down. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
People legitimately forget how tough I am in this scene. I feel like because I got older, and like that one dude, that guy at the fucking convention that I fucking broke his jaw and had to pay for. Paying for that dude's jaw taught me a lot of lessons.
Right, and you got kicked out of Comic-Con, right?
Yeah, and I'm the only person ever that was allowed back after an incident.
I love that shit. That should be one of your credits, dog.
Yeah, it's super funny. Let's see. Also, they're shooting live rounds right now over that other precinct, which is 4.
Oh, shit.
The cops are?
No, the crowd is.
What?
So
live rounds coming out from the crowd.
Oh, shit.
This is not
Why can't it just stick with water bottles and rocks or something?
Just get a super soaker full of cat pee. That's all you need.
Oh, yeah, a super soaker full of cat pee. I swear to God.
People will run.
Right. And the cops might be like, we need to shoot these motherfuckers because we can't take this cat pee that everybody keeps spraying on us. Yeah.
Right.
That's what we should do. But you know about that. You got 3 fucking cats.
I do have 3 fucking cats. That's absolutely correct. I don't even have the pee loaded in a gun, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, dude. Just consider it if you want to go out there.
I'm good. I'm out. So what,
no rouses you want to rabble?
How do we get police reform actually happening this time? Like, because I feel like every time this shit happens, we talk about it. Specifically, you and I talk about it, and I feel like you and I have talked about how police reform needs to happen a plethora of times.
The old ways got to die the fuck out. They got to retire. They got to retire. Like the people in Congress and the Senate, the Mitch McConnells and shit that just are got the blinders on. They got the tunnel vision. You know, they don't see the bigger picture. Like our younger generations, they get it. They see this shit. They're living it now. Yeah. So when they get in the positions of power or positions that these people are in right now, I know it'll be different. But the old ways got to die out. The good old boy system, these motherfuckers got to die out. I think that's the only way to get the change. So
I don't know that it's going to be different. I mean, I hope it is.
Who's teaching our police?
I hope it is, but I don't know that it will.
But who's teaching our police? Maybe they need to find somebody else to teach our police how to do shit.
I'm into that. I love that. I love that to death. Let's take everybody and retrain them. I mean, because like prior to the 80s, they weren't training to fucking kill people. They were training to just engage.
Yes, and restrain. But fuck, dude, if I'm handcuffed, and de-escalate. If I'm fucking handcuffed, unless I'm on some drugs, I'm de-escalated.
No excuse. No excuse.
I can't do anything.
And that's why I'm saying, like, what we need to do specifically what we need to do is we need to literally have the phrase "I feared for my life" prosecutable as neglect. Like if you're literally because this motherfucker's like, oh, I feared for my life. If you feared for your life of a man you had handcuffed and you were kneeling on his fucking neck, you don't deserve to be a cop.
Yeah.
Period. You just don't.
Oh, you got low real quick, dude. Did you just step away or something?
No.
Are you like putting clothes on or something? Or did you step away? What happened?
Yep. No, I'm naked and I'm putting clothes. Nothing happened. You know what happened is Facebook fucked up. That's what happened. Here, I'm gonna call you right back.
Oh.
Check it out. Right around
Okay.
minute 40, Facebook starts buffering different, so it's fucked. Give me 1 sec. I'll call you right back. All right. Here. Shipper. The fuck is this? That's weird, right? Right here.
Sorry.
So we got folks from all over the country that is showing up to Minnesota saying we stand strong with the Warriors out there because they ready for a revolution. Make some noise for us. Because that was our brother. George Floyd was our brother. All of us may have not have met George Floyd, but we felt like that could have been our brother. And that's how we're supposed to do. We ain't waiting. We not waiting until it hit home. That was our brother. Say, that was our brother.
What up?
I don't want to share a video.
What?
Oh, nothing. Never mind. Yeah, I just saw the pictures of Atlanta. They're trying to take over the CNN tower.
No shit.
Hell yeah, let's go.
What's fine? Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh, I just
Atlanta,
typed in.
dude.
I just typed in Atlanta and then the letter C, and taking CNN tower was the first auto-corrected result.
Shit. You were like, Atlanta. Yeah, taking CNN tower. Damn.
Oh shit,
yes,
dude!
okay.
It turned violent. Oh shit.
Your bank can be
They set a whole patrol car on fire, so that's what, another 10-cent increase in your tax?
That's the thing that I get so mad about, man. Can we just like tell people,
Yeah,
can we
dude.
educate people when you're looting and robbing? Stay the fuck away from like the police vehicles and the fucking like we get to pay for that. We have to pay for that. You're making us all more broke. Like fucking break it, like beat up a fucking Target and an AutoZone. I get that. Like that's gonna be insurance money.
They're insured.
Right. But like tax, like you're going after public service. I get that they're responsible for this, but like you're just making yourself poorer. That's literally what you're doing.
I know these motherfuckers gonna have to pay for that precinct.
Yeah, dude, everybody. You're gonna have to pay for that precinct. You're gonna have to pay for all the like now what's gonna happen is they're gonna tack on all the penalties for coronavirus and write it off as like fucking riot damages.
Ready to
Dude.
confront these,
So we're gonna get a fat check then?
law enforcement and
Like Minnesota's gonna get a check for all this shit?
God, I wish. Wouldn't that be cool?
clearly ready. You just
Hey,
Uh,
sorry.
no.
Hey, sorry we killed some of your civilians. Here's a fucking $1,200 check. Make it work.
We're living in some strange times, dude.
It is fucking crazy, man. Like, and to think like this is
And
all
it's
I
just
can think
June.
of. This is all I can. That's what I was just about to say. This is all I can think of. Whenever a year is totally fucked for me since I've been alive, right? The totally fucked
Yes.
part of the year is always the last part of the year. We're not even into June yet, and like fucking what the fuck are we like COVID-19 SARS blue? That's what we're fucking dealing with. It's fucking crazy.
I know.
And killer bees.
And the fucking Hornets, and I'm like, look, the
Man,
killer Hornets.
those
couldn't have waited
Hornets.
till August.
Don't buy into that. Those Hornets were a total scam. Calm down.
They kill regular bees.
If they come up to
Right, but
fucking
they only
Minnesota,
found
we got a problem.
two, and they were dead when they found them. Like there were no actual bees here alive.
That's a shitty distraction.
Or mosquitoes.
Right, but like murder hornets, like the murder hornet thing, like that was all just a giant scam. They found 2 dead ones in a shipment of something, and they're like, murder bees are here, and it's like they're not. Calm down.
Right, and we haven't heard of anybody getting stung and dying either.
Because they
since
weren't
that
alive.
stupid
They were
shit.
literally dead bees.
Right. Yeah, the people are dumb, but we're not stupid.
They're pretty stupid and pretty dumb.
Well, I was thinking we could be one, but not the other. But
Surfaced 2 days ago.
oh shit, Washington and British
Matt
Columbia.
Doima just said, we all know it was an O'Reilly owner who burned down the AutoZone.
And the AutoZone guy was like, "Fuck this shit."
Yeah,
what about
the AutoZone guy was like, "Here, I'll help you. Let's get that bailout insurance money."
He went to Napa. It was like, "Yo, man, your neighbor might get. I don't give a fuck. Light it up," because there were like 2-3 businesses on that fucking in that building, dude, and they tore all that shit down in a matter of a few hours. It was a shell of a fucking building, and so St. Paul was like, "Fuck it," and just it's gone.
Oof, that CNN footage is crazy, man. They just broke into the headquarters in Atlanta. I'm just watching it right now. That's fucking nuts.
The headquarters? Oh, dude. Yeah, like, are you gonna light this fucking building on fire? What are you doing?
Also, why are you mad
Please
at
don't light
CNN?
that
Do you
building
think
on fire.
CNN killed an unarmed black man? Is that what you think? Like, CNN is reporting shit. Like, if anything, like, why are you going after... And this is my big problem with all this shit, is that it's just a bunch of misguided rage that's going to make everybody's life way harder going forward.
Yeah.
I mean, like, again, like, everybody gets to pay... Everybody gets to pay for all that shit that was broke. We already established that. And now they're going after CNN for some reason. Like, explain to me what CNN did in this situation.
I know. CNN Tower didn't do shit.
No diggity just wrote, this is probably the most accurate and unbiased CNN coverage I've seen in the last 10 years.
Oh, man.
Fair and balanced.
Fair and balanced.
Yeah,
as all things should be.
Seems like.
As all things should be.
Nothing to see here. Everything seems fair and balanced. We're fine.
Bro, I'm thinking Thanos was right.
Yeah. I mean, like, the Thanos school of thought definitely has its fucking upticks at this point.
Yeah, man. Like, maybe I would have been gone, but shit. I'd rather that than the shit we're doing right now.
Right.
Because, like, the way we're, like, killing each other, like, god damn, dude, I'd rather just turn the fucking ash. Thanos was right, man. Shit. It's tough to even want to raise a kid in this motherfucking time.
I don't know how people do it. Like, people that have kids, I legit don't know how they do it.
Right, how do you explain to a 5-year-old what's happening?
You don't. You literally fucking don't.
Like, my cousin and his wife gotta have a talk with their 5-year-old. I think he's 5. They gotta have that fucking talk about what he's seeing or what's going on. That's super early. They're not giving them the talk, but they're like, this is kind of why this is happening, and that's a lot for a fucking 5-year-old.
It's a lot
for anybody.
I'm almost 40, and it's a lot for me to take in.
Right. And so I'm not. You know what though? I think he's been, take his family out and just go do other shit so that they're not absorbing everything that they're watching, because if you're at you're an impressionable age, you're soaking up stuff, and you can get overstimulated. I believe you can get overstimulated by some shit and be overwhelmed. All of a sudden, you just start fucking breaking out in tears.
Yeah, I believe in that 100%. I mean, like, that's
So when my cousin takes his kids like fishing or outside doing shit, and and he's still staying connected to the news and all that shit, but it's the kids, dude, because these generations are the sensitive ones that moving forward are going to be in charge.
Right. Well, and that's exactly what I people argue with me and they get mad about this, but I'm a libertarian. I make no, like I am an individualist. I don't believe in collectivism. I think that if you're just trying to fall in line with a fucking group, you're wrong. And I think the reality here is that most of these systemic issues that we have are age related. I mean, I honestly believe that, man. Like, you look at everybody, like, think about it in your head. Everyone's grandparents are more racist than they are. Our grandkids will be less racist than we are. It's just systemically, as you mix and you meld and you become a society together, all that shit falls back eventually. And I'm not saying don't protest, don't activize, do whatever. If If this resonated with you in a way that you want to go downtown, march, and fucking throw rocks or whatever, do you. I'm too much of an individualist to think anything about telling people how to live.
Old Alvin probably would have done that, but this Alvin, I would have missed all that shit.
I was just talking about that today. I was like, man, me 20 years ago, I would have been at all those fucking, like, not even because I cared, just to fucking start some trouble.
Yeah, well, I don't know about start. Damn. So you would have gone there to start some trouble?
Okay, so I can't say that I would have gone there specifically to start trouble. I'll just put it this way. I would have gone down there, and I would have completed my Christmas shopping very early.
Oh. I hope you would have had a mask on. Because
coronavirus. I'm not trying to kill anybody. A lot of
people went Christmas shopping without the mask. And
well, that one dude that fucking lit
the. Keep their presents.
Well, that one dude last night that lit the police station on fire without a mask, like he's arrested now. Here's the other thing: you should be wearing a mask. Like this is what I don't understand, right?
What do you say as a defense attorney when they're like, "I got you"?
That's what I'm saying. I was just about to. Yeah, like if you're the defense attorney and they come up, like at some point you got to be like, "I can't defend you. You're too fucking stupid." And they're like, what? It's
That's
like, dude, there's COVID-19 out there, and you were starting a fire at a police station, but you thought no mask. There's two really good reasons you should wear a mask. This is garbage. You deserve what you get now.
COVID-19 and burning a fucking precinct.
No, you want your ID. Like, and Tovar has been wearing a bandana for all his shit and saying this a bunch. Is like, we're in a time now where you can wear a mask. Everybody should be wearing a mask, if nothing else, because it fucks with the facial recognition technology of everything they're monitoring us with.
You almost sound like an enabler, but you're totally right.
No, it's not. And here's the thing, right? Enabler and all this other shit. These are words, man. We did this thing about 10 years ago where we gave fictitious terms to all these fucking microaggressions that they're not even real. Like, I'm not an ally. I'm not a fucking agitator. I'm not an apologizer. I'm a human being with a fucking opinion. And I'm so sick of that being labeled. Like, oh, somebody's like, oh, you can't weigh in on this because you're white. You're right. I'm not a citizen of Minnesota and haven't witnessed this bullshit for years. I get no say. Like, it's a weird thing. And that's the thing that fucking pisses me off. This should have been the incident where we could have all melted together. This isn't a fucking Black Lives Matter. This isn't a Blue Lives Matter. This isn't an All Lives Matter. This is literally an American law enforcement killed in cold blood an American citizen. And that should matter more to more people. I just believe that.
He's charged to protect and serve us.
Right.
You know, and when he's doing his job,
it is a base betrayal of what he was hired to do.
True. I just, I'm interested to see what happens.
This is Joey Vincent, and this is at the 5th precinct. It's fucking garbage, man. And it's like, I don't like.
Joey's there?
What?
Joey's there?
Dude, Joey has been on the ground throughout this better than most
he's
media.
He's been boots on the ground, but he's at the 5th precinct?
He has been, yes, he's at the 5th precinct right now. He has been better at boots on the ground and monitoring this than 90% of the news outlets. That's where we are as a society.
I have enjoyed his commentary, though.
Yes.
I
was the first one to tell him. He is a guy that all of us owe an apology for because he was trying to warn us specifically about Minneapolis Police Department since he moved here. I remember when he first got into comedy, one of the first conversations we've ever had, I was like, how do you like, oh, you're not from here? He's like, no. I go, how do you like Minnesota? He goes, it's okay, but the Minneapolis cops are fucked.
Damn.
And he wasn't even like, at first, I just kind of wrote it off. I didn't even let it register because I just thought, guy with the neck tattoo doesn't like cops. Tale as old as time.
Isn't he from St. Louis?
Yeah, he's from the South for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably got a lot of, he has experience with the damn police department, and I get it. But for him to, I'm sorry if I'm yelling, but for him to single out the cops, straight up, that says something.
Not even the cops, the Minneapolis Police Department. He didn't, and this is something that
he lived way out.
Right. Well, but originally he lived in North. I mean, like he was living basically right off of Lowry in '94 when he first moved here.
I know where that is.
And the whole thing was like when he came here, and again, I just like, oh yeah, this provocateur that likes conspiracy theories and has a neck tattoo doesn't like cops, whatever. And that's on me. I have to deal with that. That is on me. I did that to him. I owe him an apology, which I have given it.
Somebody.
Oh yeah, but I mean the diligence that he has expressed to this, because it's so personal to him. Again, it supersedes a lot of shit. It's crazy.
I know. I'm like, I told you, it's like, you know, you can only push and treat people so bad before there's a tipping point, before they have to fucking fight back, because you're not listening when they're saying, leave us alone, stop doing this, stop doing that. And don't fucking wonder why this happens.
It reminds me of the movie Joker. You get what you fucking deserve. Like when you are like downtroddenly killing black people at an exorbitant rate to white people, you kind of get what you fucking deserve.
Did you think we weren't going to do anything eventually?
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know. I honestly, I'm surprised the Castile one didn't go this far. I really thought that was going to be burning shit down. I
kind of felt that when I'm like, if some shit goes up on flames, I see that.
Also, I'm a libertarian. I've been advocating to get rid of the police forever. We could privatize that shit, and a private company would be held way more responsible than an agency of the government.
Like the prisons?
Well, the prisons are a problem because of incentives. I could fix privatized prisons in a second, but they don't care. It's not about that. Privatized prisons is about making money. That's why it will never change. But I'll tell you, you know how you fix privatized prisons? Very easy.
So how's that going to change with privatized police?
Because I'll tell you, it's the same way you would change it with privatized prisons. Are you ready? Do you know how to fix? Here's how you fix all privatized prisons in the nation. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You incentivize those people for prisoners that are paroled and not prisoners that are retained. So instead, they're getting all their subsidy money from people they rehabilitate. There's still a state agency that comes in and has to deem whether or not they are rehabilitated, but it's in the prison's best interest to release their prisoners. You would have the system running way more efficient than any other prison ever. But they'll never do that.
I like that, man. That's very interesting. I like that.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Like, if you're dealing with privatized,
you got some people that could do some false positives and be like, "Yo, he's ready to go. He's ready to go. He's ready to go."
No, because it's still the parole committee. It's still state mandated. It has nothing to do. The privatized prisons have no say in who gets paroled.
Okay.
There's a specific government branch that does that. So what you do is, instead of, because right now the way the system's set up is they give them subsidy money based on how many people are in their prison. Well, now if you're trying to make them money, it's way easier to throw some fake charges. It also would cut down on tacking on fake charges to prisoners, because you're trying to get them out there. You're not trying to tack on bullshit ticky-tacky to get their fucking names.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, all we would have to do to fix privatized prisons is you incentivize parole rather than attendance. It would fix it immediately. And here's the thing. I'm nobody. If I figured that out, they know that, but they don't. Like, this is the radical problem that I have been screaming at the top of my lungs for now the last 10 years. Everybody calls me all kinds of things because I'm a libertarian. This is part of how the two system gets you. Because what they are doing is they're pitting us against our best interest and posing it as we have to act against our best interest to stop this other thing. We don't. Right. We can say fuck you and walk away. We can say fuck you and burn down a police station. We don't have to play by their rules, and we never had to. There's more of us than them. But what they're doing, and that's where all these fucking racial shit comes in. Because it's not like, again, I honestly believe that most race issues in this country aren't really race issues. They're systemic class issues that race is attached to because of how slavery was amended in our country. The way that the Jim Crow laws worked and the way that everything worked up until like the 90s probably. And, you know, there's still fucked up shit for now, for sure. But I'm saying up until the 90s, there was no real progress being made from a legislative standpoint.
Right, and the legislative standpoint of the 3 strikes rule, that didn't help us out either. That happened in...
Well, especially when you could tack on strike 1 and 2 in the same instance. Because that's what they would do. Right. They would take somebody for a nonviolent crime, they would antagonize them into actually coming at the police, and now they're in front of the judge with 2 strikes.
So you have a shit ton of people with nonviolent crimes doing a shit ton of time.
It's part of the reason why marijuana is so illegal in the South. Because it was one of the easiest ways to pick off the poor. And again, like these racist people, it's not about that. It's about the fact that black people were kept poor because of how they were allowed to reintegrate. And I don't have any answers on how to fix that issue. But the problem is that we don't every time we try to break shit like this down and we break it into black, white, or blue, white, or all lives matter, or whatever the narrative is, we're getting away from the fact that we are in a corrupt oligarchy that doesn't give a fuck about the citizens. And nothing changes till we the people unite. Because this black people killing police, that's not a citizens issue. Citizens aren't police. The government killing citizens is absolutely a citizens issue. And if you keep everything on topic and free of hyperbole, everybody would already be united. I literally, and I know you didn't see the video, but I cannot think of a world where somebody sees that video and thinks, "Oh, cop did nothing wrong here." You know, I just don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, I need to see. All I saw was still images. I don't need to see any footage, but shit. I mean, a knee on a neck. Are we training these motherfuckers to do this?
Yes. Well, that's the whole problem, too, and that's why this guy might even get acquitted. What he was doing is a technique that they teach him, but he was improperly applying it. So what his defense is going to be in court, and watch this, is that he was doing what he was trained to do and messed it up. And so you're probably going to get because the whole thing is
So he's not going to get a murder charge. He's going to get a manslaughter charge.
Yes, he's going to get a manslaughter charge. Correct.
I mean, I say get when I mean convicted.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna dodge. He's gonna dodge that third.
Oh, he'll get convicted.
I was gonna say he's gonna dodge that.
If this dude doesn't get convicted,
it's burning.
Okay. Now we haven't seen body cam footage of that newer shit. We haven't seen that.
They said they're gonna release that soon.
Okay, they're gonna release it soon, but this man got 12 years. Now, for the shit that we saw earlier this week, if he doesn't get 12 years, dude, or at least
minimum
for the maliciousness,
minimum. How bad?
They're gonna light this bitch back on fire, dude.
How bad does that shop owner feel about calling the cops on that $20 check?
I believe that when he tried to, I believe he put a $20 bill in a scanner and it alerted the police.
Ugh.
And the police came on that. Now, was he in the car?
He was in the car. They took him out. They robbed him.
Claustrophobic, or whatever. Or he had some, and so now they're talking about he had some pre-existing conditions. We all do. Not me. I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm good, but we all got fucking pre-existing conditions. Now, I don't know how much this shit would have, but the initial medical examiner's report, that's just preliminary. The official autopsy is going to be a few more weeks.
They keep talking about he might have been on heroin. Who fucking cares?
It doesn't matter what he was on, dude.
But they'll spin it that day.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, they'll spin it because, you never want to, make the blue look bad, especially when it's on fucking video that they're doing bad. Yeah, they're still going to spin it.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's exactly it. They're going to spin it, and that's... I mean, to me, and again, I know you didn't watch it, but there was a guy that was a jiu-jitsu guy telling him what he was doing, and that's the thing that fucking pissed me off the most. And that's maybe that's a fucking character flaw because the whole situation should have got me heated. But when a dude's like, "Hey man, I'm a jiu-jitsu practitioner. This is how you're killing that dude," and the cop goes, "Well, he could still talk," and the jiu-jitsu guy goes, "Yeah, he'll talk till he's dead because what you're doing is collapsing the trachea over here." And I've never seen anybody just fucking killing somebody while somebody else is like, "Hey,"
but if he can talk, he can't breathe. Now,
right? But you can still choke somebody out when they can breathe. That's the thing. It happens in MMA all the time. As an MMA fan, it happens all the time.
During those 8 minutes, this man was, suffocating and shit. He explained it to the cop, and the cop showed no mercy. He showed no kind of resolve, no kind of empathy, compassion,
no kind of anything. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck.
Everybody's seen that, and they're going to see it again. Yeah, so I'm trusting the system. Let's see how this shit plays out. I really do, for real. Let's see how it plays out, because that fucker, his partner, is just as fucking culpable.
I would say all four cops are culpable.
Right, so I want to see some more charges get thrown out, because if you hear the crowd chanting, 3 more to go, 3 more to go, Nigga, I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if motherfuckers are like, yo, no. We want them all arrested.
Yeah.
I expect more fucking flames, dude. I do. And that's why I wanted to just get away from the shit, because I have never heard choppers for that long in my life.
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, I like I said, I lived in Oregon when the Rodney King riots were happening, and Rodney King riots happened a little bit in Portland, not to the extent they did in LA, but even those 2 days was crazy.
And as a 10-year-old, you're like, oh,
check this out. Breaking news. Thanks, Doima. The wife of charged ex-Minneapolis PD officer Derek Chavez files for divorce. His wife is divorcing him right now.
Why they gotta report that shit, man? God damn. I mean, I don't feel bad for him, but why you got... Oh, wait a minute. So if she divorces the motherfucker, she can testify against him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She sure can.
I'm good with it.
That's why Bundy married that chick when he was on trial, so she couldn't testify against him.
Oh, wow.
Married her in court during his trial. Yeah.
Ted Bundy, that fucker. He's so smart.
Yeah.
He's bad. He's so smart. But yeah, that's why I need to get away and just do a disconnect, dude. Like, I'm gonna watch some shit where my mind is just somewhere else, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's normal. I mean, like, give yourself the fucking weekend, man. Take some days off. I think it's really cool that you got a chance to get away. That's super rad.
I really am. I'm glad I had a few allies that were like, "You want to come up north, or you want to get away?" It's good to have white people with cabins and shit too, man. You gotta have a friend with a cabin. Black people don't have cabins, dude. Like, we don't have. I never met a black person with a cabin up here, but yeah, you gotta have a friend with a cabin, dude. It's just to get the fuck away and to be surrounded by silence. Like, a couple weeks ago, I went to Wisconsin, Minot, and
Minot, yep.
Yeah, and they had a lake, and I'm hanging out in the cabin and shit. Saturday night, clear. Well, no, Saturday night was like cloudy, but it was very quiet, and you can hear two fucking loons, dude. Like, a lot of people don't know what loons sound like. They hear that noise, but they don't know exactly what it is. I heard a male loon, and I thought he was doing a mating call. He was not. There was another one that was different, and it was also kind of bold and an aggressive kind of.
I got a canned sound effect of a loon for people so they can know what it sounds like.
Give it to me. Drop it.
They kind of sound like nightmare material.
On many an occasion, I've been.
I couldn't hear it.
Wait, this guy's
nightmare material. What did you say? Nightmare material?
Give.
This guy's talking.
Like.
God damn it! Hold on, I'm finding a better one. This guy. I'm like, I just want to hear a loon, and you're talking. Shut the fuck up.
They're in the kitchen.
Here we go. Come on, do it again, asshole. I fucking hate loons. Every time I see a loon, all I can think of is losing the lottery.
I'll take a loon over a fucking goose any day.
Yeah, that's fair.
I hate geese. I fucking hate geese. They're such assholes.
They are the biggest assholes on the fucking planet.
Unnecessarily dickheads. Like, they will swim across a fucking body of water.
Oh, here we go. This is the one. Here we go. Or not? Wait, there it goes. That wasn't even good. These are so garbage.
How are you struggling?
There we go. There it is. Got it. You can't hear it.
Nope.
But what I can do is send it to you.
Yeah. Send it to me, and then I'll be like, you know what? That shit was good.
There you go. There's a loon. We're gonna.
Oh, you just. All right. I'm gonna fucking.
Here we go. Loon time, baby. Loons.
He said loon time.
Loon time.
That's the podcast.
So now, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, so now, all right, I'm opening up your YouTube that you sent me. The common loon sound.
Yep. Go for it.
Oh wait. Oh, I got it. It was way more aggressive, dog. It was. I'm like, these motherfuckers are fighting, and two loons, dude. They were going at it, and you can. And there's nothing else going on, so it bounced off the water, and you can hear everything on the lake. It was beautiful.
Yeah, that's loons are pretty red.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I think it was a whale. It was a W-A-I-L. No, a W-I-A-L, like a whale of a call. Like, I think he was. Yeah, they were on some other shit.
So doc with a boner drag weeds.
You see, I take these glasses off.
I wouldn't.
She looks like a regular person, doesn't she, huh? Put them back on.
Sharp.
Formaldehyde face.
Right, they'll stab you, and then the wings. They got bones in them. That would hurt. Fuck that.
Yeah, I would agree. Coyote Bones sounds like it would be. Coyote Bones sounds like the worst motorcycle gang ever.
The what? What's it called?
Coyote Bones.
God damn, Coyote Bones,
just sounds bad, right? Coyote Bones.
I mean, oh shit, Coyote Bones are coming. Dude, you keep talking shit. I'm gonna have to call Coyote.
No diggity. One says no geese life matters.
Yeah, no geese life. No geese lives matter. None, not a fucking one. Thank you, no diggity. Yeah, because fuck geese, dude. They're dicks. They're assholes. Like they're way too territorial. You think
24
you can't get your little fucking neck, bro?
Vazizenland 24 says burn it down. He wants it burned down. Burn the whole city down.
I thought we were on loons and
yeah. I thought at first I was down with him because I thought he meant he was gonna kill all the geese, but I guess not.
I know. I'm like, that's a lot of ponds and lakes and shit to fuck with, dude. Like, I don't think you got the manpower for all that. They're everywhere, man. Like,
always motherfuckers that have never been in Minnesota. They're like, burn it down.
Yeah, dude. No, there's way too much water here for us to fuck with ducks.
We're not Iowa.
We're not Iowa.
We have lakes and shit.
For now.
Hey, wait. How do you feel about the state opening up as the cases keep rising?
I don't know. I mean, like, honestly, I was more opposed to it before the CDC started changing all their shit again. Like, the reality is we don't really have any math. Like the math keeps changing. What this virus is keeps changing. It seems like to me that it's political now and that the Democrats are trying to sandbag the economy because if the economy goes down, it's better for re-election. And the Republicans are trying to fan the flames of war with China because if it goes into a depression, a war gets you out of a depression. That's what it feels like. So you've gotten down to where hyperbolically it's literally blue stay inside, red go outside. But now it's really interesting because a lot of the left is pro this protest. So it's like, which is it? You want to stay inside or you want to go outside? I don't understand.
They don't want to be told what to do.
But they do because they're collectivist and statist. Like if you lean to the left, the tenets of your belief are literally the government telling you what to do. If you lean to the right, the tenets are fuck the government.
Okay. So...
That's what they mean. That's what they mean at their core. Conservative means you want less government. Liberal means you want more. The conservatives turned the word conservative into a religious slur. But it's literally liberal is more, conservative is less. And that's what the ideology is. And that's why like the left that's why the left is always wrong because you cannot give more power to a broken infrastructure and expect anything but the same results. It's like if you had a house, Alvin, and the beams in the basement were rotting, and rather than fixing it, you decided, I'm just going to add another story. That's what our government's doing collectively as it goes forward. They're not addressing any of the fucking problems, and they're just adding more broken infrastructure upon broken infrastructure. And even the Republicans right now, modern Republicans are actually liberal. They are growing government at the same rate as the left right now. It's crazy.
So, what do you think we should do? It sounds like we're on a bigger topic than police reform.
Well, the time to fix our country was in the 90s. I'm not sure that it can be repaired now, if I'm honest.
Shit. That's a lot to unpack.
It is a lot to unpack, and it sucks, but it is what it is. I mean, the signs and signals of how we changed this were you had to stop so many things systematically before it got to here, but now we're at a point where everybody is going to vote blue no matter who. Everybody's going to vote red no matter who because it's just polarized. Nobody, like, remember how shitty of a candidate Trump was, but all the Republicans voted for him? Remember how shitty of a candidate Hillary was, but all the Dems voted for her? Remember how shitty Biden was, but all the left will vote for him? That's just what it is. It's red versus blue, and they're both eminent threats to the people of this country.
Oh, we have so many fucking threats.
Yes, yeah, and that's just from a citizen standpoint. Now you add like somebody like you who's a black American. There's systemic threats in addition to that. Like it goes down like that whole. I don't like the word privilege. I understand it. I think advantage is something that we should start using because privilege implies that there's nothing you can do about it. I believe that you can find out what your privilege is and educate yourself around it. I do believe that. Because it's an advantage, it's not really a privilege.
Around it. Is that the same thing as not invoking it, or what does that mean?
No. I'm saying you can educate yourself on the advantages that you have by being born how you are, and then act accordingly to override what your gut instinct would be if you didn't have that kind of self-reflection.
Dude, how many people with privilege actually go through that fucking mindset?
Well, I mean, even outside of that, how many people in America or in the world actually have critical thought? Most people just do what they're like comfortable with, what their friends tell them, what they interject. Like critical thinking and actually being able to critically dissect something, that's not very present anymore, especially in this country.
You have to try it.
Look at TikTok. Okay. TikTok is the problem, man. Let's get rid of TikTok and then we'll talk about reform. I'm just kidding.
I'm trying out this Jameson cold brew that was handed to me.
How is it?
Good.
Whiskey and coffee. Give me 1 second.
It's so good. So much smoother than regular Jameson. It's
shit.
So good.
It's pretty damn smooth.
Uh-huh.
It's smoother than actual Jameson, and it doesn't taste bad. I like the coffee flavor. It isn't too coffee either.
That's nice.
Ooh, it's nice and warm down my chest.
Yep.
Are you sure that's Jameson not just? Are you sure you're not just drinking urine?
Yeah, I'm totally sure because my urine is not this strong, bro.
Well, maybe you should drink more then, you wuss.
No, I don't drink, dude. That shit's dangerous and should be illegal. I'd rather smoke. Right, like if they brought prohibition back, I'd be so cool with that.
All right, well, hey, I'm coming up on time. You enjoy your retreat, and I'm glad you're getting away from all of it.
Thank you so much for calling me, dude. And honestly, I hope the fans and this shit, I hope it takes off, and I hope people had a good time listening tonight.
Well, hey, man, just tell them. TwitchTok, that's the name. We got a name now. It's TwitchTok. And it's spelled T-O-K like TikTok, but TwitchTok.
TwitchTok. I like that.
Yeah.
What if you called it Twitch Talk?
No.
Like TikTok?
No Twitch Talk? No Twitch Talk? Okay.
No, TwitchTok is what it is.
That's what T-A-L-K, right?
No, T-O-K.
Oh shit, but we're gonna be talking, right?
Yeah, but it's the word talk. That's what everybody does now with marketing. They eliminate letters. Look at like Grindr and Tinder. They just take out extra letters and they're like, this is marketing now.
Brevity.
That's right. You goddamn right. Elvin is in Cambridge right now. All right, buddy. Well, thank you so much, man. Tell the viewers where to get a hold of you and where to support you on social media.
I am on Sillyman81 if you have a PS4, and I'm at Sillyman513 on Twitter. I'm sorry if I'm yelling. Sillyman, SILLYMAN 513 on the Twitter. Sillyman81.
Well, stay safe out there, and thank you so much for doing this, man. I really had a blast talking to you. Love you, buddy.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, buddy. Bye. That is Alvin Irby, one of my favorite fucking humans on the goddamn fucking planet. He's screaming. Yeah, he was screaming. Let's see. Tom is not in Discord? What the fuck is Tom doing not in Discord? Motherfucker. You know what? Actually, hold on. Tovar, are you in here? Is Tovar in Discord? Tovar is in Discord. Okay. Let's see. Tovar, go to Discord.
Yeah, I'm live.
Hey, what up, buddy? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You tell people about what's going on, and tell them first off. Tell them about yourself and where they can find you.
Guys, I'm Steven Tovar. The show. I run 2 of my own shows on Instagram. Friday, Wednesday one-on-ones and Friday with Friends on Facebook. This weekend, like 10 minutes before I was going to start my Wednesday feed with like the funniest, most animated person I know. What am I? Oh yeah, I should turn this down. You're absolutely right. Turn volume on my thing down. You guys forgive me. I'm watching like 10 different feeds right now. So anyway, like 10 minutes before I was going to start my show.
Yeah, no, it's fucking crazy, right? Like all the feeds. This has been one of the craziest just interacting with media points of my life, really.
Dude, and you can't get it from regular news. Like the only reason I'm so plugged in right now is because I caught wind of these feeds like super early on, and I've just been sharing them with everybody I know to get more feeds.
No, I mean that's what I've been doing on my Facebook on here. I've just been training them
That's
all
what I've
as
been
many
doing,
as I can.
and so that's what I did with Joe Cocazello. So we did like.
All right, here, I'm gonna go pee. You keep talking.
Yeah, so like Joe Cocazello, the most animated, crazy, fucking like nonsensical dude that I know, did 8 hours on this in the last 2 days, because like we got to a point where we just couldn't talk to each other about anything other than what was going on Wednesday night. And we just got to a point where we were just trying to trade as many feeds as we could with all the people that we knew, because we knew that mainstream media wasn't covering this. And even still, you can get aerial views and stuff. You can get like various reports, but like what we're watching right now with what's going on at the 5th precinct, this isn't something that like a lot of news reports, like reporters are like really covering in depth. We know that the 3rd fell last night. As far as I know, I was asking Corey about this the other night, and he sort of verified this, that no major metropolitan police station has ever really been taken over before, not like this. Yeah, Joey Cocazello, the GOAT. I got the GOAT to be serious for fucking 8 hours. Yeah, so we basically we went over this, and this is the thing, is like there's been like small town police stations that have been overrun in like Podunk, Montana every once in a while, but like what you're seeing right now is unprecedented, and I feel like these people are emboldened. They know now more so than ever that these guys can be defeated, and they're going to see how far they can push it, and I'm afraid that it's only a matter of time now until we see live ammunition. I mean, this is where this is headed. Eventually they're going to run out of tear gas and rubber bullets. They already ran out of tear gas at the 3rd yesterday. One of the reasons you saw them leaving 3rd precinct yesterday is because they were out of non-lethal combatants. That's one of the reasons they had to leave. They literally released all the tear gas they fucking had left, packed as much shit as they could smash and grab, and got the fuck out of Dodge. and right now, the reason why this is so out of control is because nobody wants to fucking help these guys. You got the city of Minneapolis bus union that is refusing to, and this is right next door. I will comment on this, guys. The bus depot, the mechanic shop for all the buses in town, is literally right next to where all these people are standing. Right in back of where Joey is standing on this feed is the transit terminal where they work on all the buses in town. And they are literally refusing to drive for the Minneapolis Police Department. So the police department can't go out and round anybody up. The National Guard can't go out and round anybody up right now. And this is one of the problems that they're having, is that nobody in Minnesota wants to fucking cooperate with these guys and help them in any sort of way. And so right now what you're seeing is the police and the National Guard trying to just hold on to their property, because all they can really do is hold on to stuff that's line of sight. You saw this with the AutoZone yesterday. They were trying to save the AutoZone, and they were trying to make a line of connection of police cars from their police station to the AutoZone. And what you're seeing from the protesters is called scorched earth. It's a policy. It's actually a wartime tactic that was perfected by General Grant. I learned this week, and the Germans in World War I. And this is a principle in which, when you retreat, you start to burn everything that is in your retreating line. You start to loot and vandalize and fucking burn and just ruin it. And eventually, the opponent, whoever is chasing you, has to make a decision. They have to make a decision whether they want to stop chasing you because everything's getting set on fire and retreat, or continue to chase you and know that everything that you're just retreating while you're setting a fire. I was talking about the scorched earth theory, whereas like what we're seeing with some of these protesters, as they're being forced to retreat, they're just lighting systematic fires behind them, letting them know that they can continue. The police can continue to press, but all they're doing is exasperating the situation as fires start behind them.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Yeah.
Where are these alpha news things? I can't find any alpha news.
So look on Facebook. I'll see if I can.
Here, I'll find it. Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. Just type in alpha news, and you should be able to type it in.
I didn't find shit.
I wonder why.
That's weird, right? Alpha
it's
news.
Weird. Well, it's really hard. It's really hard for me to share these things. It goes right to the direct feed, but I have no share button on it.
Well, and that's what I've been doing like all night. Is I've just been like all. Oh, there we go. There's one. Boom.
I got you.
East 31st Street.
I'm gonna share it in your general.
I got it.
Okay. So if anyone wants to go look at the Alpha feed, it's another feed that's kind of countercurrent to Joey's. They have a few more viewers in there.
All right, you guys. So
they are also on Ground Zero.
We're gonna try to reconvene with the other reporter we're with here and try to move along with this crowd to see where they're
going. I was
going.
talking about while you were gone.
Over there, there's a truck
this is right across the street
full of protesters.
These are the people that today said that they weren't going to drive the prison buses for the city of Minneapolis, and their property is literally right next door right now.
Yeah, I mean that's funny and dumb. I mean, like, I don't know. That's why, like, there's so many fucking weird ass things to all this, man.
Well, and that's part of the problem right now is that they literally can't arrest anybody. They have nobody to drive the buses for them.
Right, but then why issue a fucking
No, right. Because they know, and that's the craziest thing, is that they have to know that the only thing they can do is protect line of sight. They have to know that, right?
Right. I mean, check it out. We know that, so how could they not?
How could they not know that?
Like, we know that. We know that.
I saw them 2 days ago try and defend the AutoZone, and I was like, oh, these guys have to make a line to wherever they're going, or they're fucked.
Where's Doima? Doima, are you in?
Yeah, he's been here the whole time.
I think Doima's in here.
Yeah, he's in here. Just make him live. Yeah, just unmute him.
He's not talking.
No, he's talking.
Oh, there you go. Hi. What's up, Doima?
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
So what happened with the St. Cloud one today?
Absolutely nothing.
That's what I thought.
It was one of these like things where the rumor got out that all these ruffians are going to come up from the Twin Cities and cause a bunch of shit. No, I'm over. So you know where I live over in Waite Park, right, yes. Corey?
Yeah. Oh yeah. By Best Burger, the greatest fucking burger restaurant on the goddamn planet.
It's phenomenal burger. They go there. Their fries are the reason to go as well. They're great. Anyway, there's businesses over in my neighborhood that were putting up like they were prepping to be looted in fucking Waite Park because this rumor was so pervasive that rioters were coming. I went to the memorial service that was in the Lake George area here in St. Cloud. There was about 200 people, mostly socially distanced, all wearing masks. They all brought flowers, a little bit of chanting. They marched to the courthouse, a little bit more chanting, done. That's all it was. They dispersed.
What a fucking complete disappointment.
Yeah, I was hoping for tear gas. I brought milk of magnesia. I was ready to go.
Tova, are you alive? What'd you say?
Says everyone that wishes they lived there instead of here right now.
I don't know. No, I don't. Like, I would rather live in Minneapolis with the riots than St. Cloud with no riots.
We're pretty fair. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we're pretty safe where we're at right now. I mean,
Maybe. Here, let's see how much they keep pushing the perimeter west, because you know that's the direction they're pushing, right?
Well, it got to Uptown Theater last night. I know. It got to Uptown Theater last night. Mm-hmm. That's pretty close to both of us.
Sirens all over Anoka and Coon Rapids.
And here last night. Did you see Brian McCormick was posting?
Ellie, we already covered that the wife of that officer is asking for a divorce.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh, that's the best.
Dude, how hilarious! That's the best. That's like, dude, this guy's sitting alone, scared as fuck, in isolation right now.
Well, and now his wife can testify against him.
He's not scared. He still thinks he got this, man. I'm telling you.
You think so? You think he's that fucking cocky?
Dude, he might. I'm telling you, what he did is he misapplied a technique they taught him. That's not going to be a murder conviction. It's just not. Now, do I think he murdered that guy? I do.
Seriously?
I do believe he murdered.
You think it's not going to be a conviction while they had a jiu-jitsu guy just standing there telling them to play by play?
I do.
Really?
I don't believe there'll be a conviction on this.
That's crazy. I mean, I agree with you because the system's that fucked.
The only way that there could be a conviction is simply because he was fired, so he no longer gets the cop treatment.
I'm saying there's the over/under on this guy getting drug out or wherever they're keeping him is.
Oh, I think, dude, I think he is safer in jail than he was on the streets.
Oh, for sure. Did you see the line of cops outside of his property last night after they abandoned the third?
Yeah.
It's fucking sick. Gus
Lynch's kid Jones was actually there protesting, and I saw his Snapchat's pretty great.
Kid making me proud. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's weird.
The size of the crowd outside of the Fifth is nuts, dude. The crowd outside of the Fifth right now is insane.
But why? And Doima, maybe you can weigh in on this too. Why make a fucking curfew if you know you can't enforce it? All that does is show weakness. This is what I'm talking about when I go after Walls and Fry. They're very terrible leaders. And this is something that going forward we have to address. There aren't strong leaders coming from the left right now. There just aren't. And like this shit, like last night, Frey's just like, "I'll let it burn." Like he literally shrugged and like looked away from making a fucking decision. And now Walls is like, "Oh, we'll put a curfew in," but you're not enforcing it. It's 11 o'clock. The curfew's been active for 3 hours.
There are more people than anyone could count. Right, they got helicopters over right now trying to just do crowd watch.
And there's 0% chance. There's 0% chance that this doesn't end in shootings.
There's already been gunshots here at the Fifth.
Yes,
There's already been
but
gunshots here at the Fifth.
Gunshots versus like getting shot are different, though.
And I'm talking about rubber bullets. So right now,
No,
what's
I'm talking
happening?
like live ammunition, man.
No, I know.
Joey's feet had some live ammunition going.
Yeah.
Earlier in the night, there was he said he heard reported handgun fire.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
If anyone
that
knows
was
what
last
a fucking
night, too.
gunfire sounds
that
like,
was-
it's Joey Vincent.
Yeah, and that was last night too. He was reporting live gunfire last night too, all over. I mean, that live gunfire has been in effect for the last day and a half now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of links and stuff. Keep circulating links and stuff into the Discord. We have our own Discord chat now, and like we've got all the links and stuff. Here, I will share it one more time. Boom, there it is.
That was bad. John Wilson thinks he'll get manslaughter, but he'll get convicted.
Yeah, I mean, I think the charges will reduce to manslaughter, John, but I think there's a brutality officer thing that I was watching, and literally this is a technique that they taught him. He just misapplied it. And I think that's going to be real hard to fucking like get a guy convicted for, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, this is, and me and Alvin were talking about it, me and David were talking about it. This is not a police like issue. This, like, what this is this is a culture of law enforcement issue. We changed the culture of it in the 80s, and it went more to militarizing and survival based. We need to get back to the old tenets of come in, investigate, and report. Like you come into a situation and you're like, all right, let's see where this situation's going to go. You don't come into a situation and be like, oh, well, here's obviously the bad guys. Let's fucking start, choking them out or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think
No, that's absolutely right.
Sinister Mind just put in Discord a tweet from Jeff Lambert that said the National Guard appears to be the only ones obeying curfew.
Dude, I don't think the National Guard gives a fuck. I think
No, the National Guard, you know what the National Guard was here for? Literally.
For the fucking firefighters.
Yes, they were there. They were there to be a security convoy for the police, for the fire department and the gas company.
Why?
Yeah, because
the
that shit could have
department's been
exploded.
asking to get rid of the No, the fire department has been asking for the cops to leave them alone now for the last couple of days. This rumor.
Yes, they have.
Because the firefighters feel like they are in more danger with the cops around than
And they are. They're not wrong about that. They're not wrong about that.
Look at this fucking crowd right now, man.
Those guys are all disobeying curfew, bro. And that's the thing that I'm talking about is that this
These
is
guys
not.
all should get $1,000.
This is
fine
not.
Right now.
This
Come
is
on.
not a good
Come on,
look
Status.
for society. This is a very, very bad look.
Because every time they draw a line on a sand cross,
yes,
people
You
are just
can't put
realizing
that
how
line
much
back.
power they don't have. They're just realizing how much that facade. Of
Oh, that's
power
cool.
is
No
eroded.
Diggity. No Diggity just posted the National Guard has been walking around with unloaded guns. The pics are showing them without magazines inserted.
Of course they are.
Yeah. They're not. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're not
My
going to
wife
just.
was National Guard for 8 years?
Oh,
There's-
shit.
She said
What up,
there's
Brian?
no way.
I didn't even-
She says there's no way they fire on civilians.
Yeah.
Thanks,
No
Brian.
Diggity. No
Thanks,
Diggity.
yeah.
Unmute your mic in Discord. Talk in. It's a free range. I'll mute everybody's server side if I need to. Just pop in whenever you guys want. If you fuck up, I'll mute you.
The National Guard are people like you and I that signed up thinking they were making the world a better place. They haven't liked most of the conflicts they've been sent to. They're being sent to a conflict in their own country. They're not indoctrinated to hate the people they're policing like the police are.
Who are
They
you?
aren't in
Who
this
are you?
Because they're on a power
Brian,
trip. They
Brian,
really joined
Brian,
us. They thought they could help make the world a
Brian,
better place.
Brian, who are you
I
and
don't
what are
know
your
any
credentials?
National Guard members.
Right.
Agree
Can
with
you
the
hear
last
us?
several
I
wars
don't think
we've
you
been.
can hear us. You might have to. Brian, can you hear us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Who are you and
I
what are
was
your
just doing a
credentials? Tell
tirade.
people that are listening. They don't know who you are because you just piped in. Who are you and what are your credentials? Let them know.
I'm Brian McCormick. I'm a Libertarian candidate for the Minnesota House of Representatives from District
there you go.
37A.
Perfect.
That's
all
what
right,
I was
continue.
looking for.
That's all we wanted you to fucking tell. You're also one hell of a wheelman when it comes to Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, it turns out having real boats will do that.
Not miraculous like when I missed that rock, but through some fate of God.
That was pretty good.
That was fucking God.
Corey Adams Rogue Thumb says he had me at Libertarian.
Yeah, it doesn't take much thought process to understand that the National Guard deployed, these are not police. I mean, a few of the MPs might be, but the MPs, I talked to my wife, she was at division headquarters. I said, what would happen? Is there enough troops if they called everyone in to protect the city that her division headquarters used to be at? She said, well, we had MPs stationed there, but to tell
There's
you the
also
truth,
now protests
there
in
weren't
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah,
ahead,
she
Brian.
told me, she said, there weren't enough MPs
Try to get you
attached
guys
to our
more
unit
visuals
to
of,
protect our building.
the protest ground.
There were too many entrances.
Sure.
So you figure the MPs are the only ones that are going to have the policing mindset, because a lot of them go on to law enforcement careers where it's an us versus them.
Right.
The rest of them are just people. They're like you, Corey. They're like Steven. They're like
They're
me.
like me?
Yeah, there's a
I found
lot of
my- I
libertarian
found my-
whack jobs
I
that
found my
masturbate
people?
excessively.
Whoa. You know what? Fuck you. You're getting muted. Suck it. My show, bitches. What up? Yeah. He's probably still talking. I can't hear him. I muted him. I
No,
can't
he's
hear
not.
shit.
You tyrant, you.
I know. Sometimes I get drunk with power. Brian, you're unmuted. What's up?
Oh, wow.
Sometimes you get drunk. Did I just get kicked out of the server?
No, I muted you. I would never
sorry,
kick you
bud.
out of the server. I'd rather you loiter and not be heard.
Brian,
Did I
people
just
that
get
are-
kicked out of the server? I can't hear you guys.
No,
Wait,
I
what?
can hear you.
No, we can hear
Yeah.
you fine.
Yeah,
Why are you
that's
so
probably-
bad at computers?
I think it's just a shitty headset. He's got it connected to 3 different things.
Dude,
at
but
once.
like when we were doing Discord before, he has a lot of issues with Discord.
No, it's just because he's got too many things connected to that headset. Like literally, he's got his Xbox Live, he's got his phone.
Brian Miller just tweeted, there's a guy walking down 31st with a medieval axe. Purge shit going on.
Yeah.
No diggity one. You're here. Come on, pop in. Pop in the Discord. Unmute.
Come on, come have some fun. Let's
If you want to get on this show or interact with us, head into the Discord as I will be there and I can unmute you and let you chip in as you would like.
Yeah. Let Corey be a tyrant with your voice.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
What up,
live on
Doyman? Doyman,
Discord.
what are you saying? What's up?
Unfounded. I just read this from Smezru. Apparently, there's chatter that there's like possible riots or some shit happening down in Mankato.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be all over.
college
It's gonna
town, yeah.
it's gonna be all over, not Minneapolis.
It's a college town, so that anywhere where there's any kind of youth is fucking explode right now.
I'm sorry, did you say 2 Utes?
Hey, I don't know if you guys know this, but this is really just a simple equation. This is unemployment divided by time. Like anytime the unemployment level rises to a certain percentage level, this is going to happen every single time. This is like proven historically over and over.
I don't know, man. I mean, like, you can't really say that as historically there hasn't been video of a cop kneeling on a dude's neck till he dies. This is the thing is about this, and I appreciate the historical ramifications that you're bringing up, but the reality is that we are in an interesting era where it is almost impossible for our government to suppress information like they used to. And that's where a lot of this disconnect, that's where the doxing, all this stuff that they used to just be able to sweep under with no consequences, that's different now.
So here's a question.
Yeah.
Do you think this gets as serious pre-COVID? Like if this had happened like 4 months ago?
Say what?
In the dead of winter. If this would have happened 4 months ago in the dead of winter, does this get this serious?
Yeah. I mean, I think the reason this got so serious is literally because it was the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't think, like, as graphic as this incident was, I don't think that this is why this is what we're looking at. What I think happened is that there's a lot of things, and that's just what it was. Yeah, look at everybody. Venmo, that's right. Go to Corey Adam Comedy and donate to my Venmo. Go to CoreyAdamComedy@gmail.com to donate to my PayPal. Everything you do helps. It helps keep us live. It helps keep an entertaining program coming to you. Also, don't forget to subscribe and follow me across all media platforms at Corey Adam Comedy.
Cops wouldn't get out of their car to kill someone in winter. That's a very fair point, John.
That hurts, and it's true.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget the games account. We have an account called TwitchTok Cast that you can follow for when we play the games. Mostly, we've been playing Sea of Thieves these days.
Oh, yeah. I think Brian was trying to say something.
Oh, here, hold
I don't
on.
know if you haven't-
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's right. That's
Are
why
you
you're there,
playing
Topar.
GTA Minneapolis?
What up? Oh, shit. Hold on. Brian, you're muted. One sec. Nate, sorry. No diggity. Go ahead.
I thought you were playing GTA Minneapolis. I thought that was the most recent game.
Well, we are. It's all flooded, and that's why it's Sea of Thieves.
No, I've been on GTA. I've been on GTA a lot.
No diggity. So what do you make of this? What is your opinion?
Well, my opinion on this is that I mean, I totally understand and appreciate the fact that emotions are running high. I appreciate the fact that there is a sense of morality that wants to get justice in this, that we want to be able to find that justice. But the problem that we have right now is that society is so ingrained in the instant response, I want to see
I
how
would agree
quick
with
my
that.
likes get happen on the social media. I want to see how quickly all these things happen. And so now the process that exists, which is even more complicated with law enforcement, which adds additional delays, but people will not let the process happen because they don't trust that the process is actually going to be fair. And
The
so if we
mechanical
thought that
Koopa just said, "Holy crap! Cops are about running people over in LA on the freeways now."
Yeah, they did that the first day. Remember
They did. Yeah, they literally hit somebody the first day. It's crazy. All right. Well, hey, I'm gonna let you guys all go. Let's kick over to Brian Diggity. I think you're right about that. I think that's fair. Thank you guys
Can
for
I put in one thing quick?
Yeah. Hold on one second.
I mean,
hold on one sec. No Diggity. Thank you. I'm gonna mute you. Thanks for coming. All right, Doima, go ahead.
just it has to be noted, no major social changes really happen without big riots. And I have two big historical examples. The 1913 Women's Suffrage Parade was a riot, and that led to the women's vote. And also, Stonewall. Stonewall in New York in 1969 was one of the biggest riots that held led to gay rights.
Sure.
So,
but like, you
as
understand
much
that,
as you
like,
wanna say,
but you understand the 70s were 90 years ago now, right? That's the problem, is that we're in an antiquated version of ourselves.
I'm still trying to put it in a historical context.
I got you.
That's
I don't
all.
think
just
this
wanted to
affects
say that.
change. I wish it would, but I don't think it will. I think that you might see some people getting overhauled on the Minneapolis Police Department side of it, but like, I
disagree.
I mean, that's
I
fine.
disagree.
You can, cool. You know what? I'm going to mute you. Don't interrupt me when I'm fucking talking, dude. That's fucking rude. No, I think that no change will really come about this. And I don't think that this is going to do anything because they already fired those officers. That one dude is already going to get prosecuted. I just don't see what else we're going to do. And this is a primary thing that I keep talking about when we ratchet out of control shit that doesn't affect it. So, for instance, with this shit, I mean, we're basically just giving the military an excuse to just put us in that fucking military lockdown. Tovar, go ahead.
The only thing I was going to say is that I don't think that guy would have been arrested had we not been rioting as hard.
I can honestly say I disagree, and I'll tell you why. He was fired immediately before the riots.
Right.
They're not going to do that unless they're pursuing action. And the moment that they fire a cop, that's the moment when people actually see like a cop go down. Because they're not going to, there is a bunch of weird checks and balances and system bullshit for cops. There is. But
did they fire that Somalian cop right away?
Yes. No, they didn't even fire that dude. They suspended him. Most of the time they suspend him.
Put on leave.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's how you know that this was going to be a bigger thing anyways, because because that video was so graphic that it didn't matter.
Maybe.
And so like that's why they fired him.
I still think that what's happening now has to cause more pressure on them. It has to.
I mean, applying more pressure and change are two different things.
Well, I'm not saying that they aren't. I'm just saying that I would assume that things would become more accelerated because of more pressure.
I mean, I would argue that things became more accelerated because of the Philando Castile thing, and that this is just another ratchet on that.
Well, there's 3 or 4 of them currently ongoing just this summer. And that's the thing. It's another 2016 is what we're
I agree with that, but what I'm saying is that because of the way that they fired the cop right away, they were going after him. I think that this was going to be a federal prosecution no matter what they did, and I don't think these riots or this looting or any of that really is going to affect justice in this situation. I think that we will see justice. I just don't think the protests are why, and I think a lot of people will misread into it and think they are.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I mean, I hope it does. Yeah. I hope it does incur change, but I just don't think it will.
Yeah. I just don't see how this pressure isn't a good thing. I really don't. No.
I am not saying this pressure isn't a good thing. And I am not against protesting of any kind, and even some civil disobedience with rioting. I don't really care. Let's be honest, man. Get it. If you feel strong enough about this that you want to protest and go riot, fucking who am I to stand in your way? I'm too much of an individualist to tell people how to live. That's the reality.
that's where I'm at, sort of the same way. Like, I think that this is very much the Joker, like you said earlier. These motherfuckers.
Yeah, you get what you fucking deserve.
And right now,
and I'll tell you this again, as somebody that's not, I'm not pro cop. I'm pro cop in a society. I think we need law enforcement. I know a lot of cops. My grandpa was a cop. And what I am seeing out of the people I know that are cops, they are being more vocal and more against than anything. It looks like shit is fucking popping off right now.
It looks. I'm on Unicorn Riot right now. What are you on?
I'm on the Alpha News one. Yeah, hold on. Let's.
They're. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it looks bad.
I mean, you could say it's affecting change when you look at the.
They're all running signal jammers. So the closer they get to riot cops, the harder their signal will be to get through.
We have to take it upon ourselves to make the change.
Like, it is affecting some change. You look at the statement from the chief of police in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where he went to all of his officers and said, quote, if you are behind what Chauvin did, I want you to turn in your badge. You are not.
Cool, but that's not affecting change at the Minneapolis Police Department where the infraction was. That was my point.
No. Okay, I guess I'm just saying that like that's an indirect form of change.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. This is ratcheted out of control. There's going to be a lot of incidental change coming from it. Of that, I absolutely agree. I am saying that, like, I hope I'm wrong. I hope that this is a giant thing that lets them go in and absolutely dismantle and restructure the way that we view law enforcement. I hope that's the case. I just suspect it's not. That's all. Tovar, tell people where to get you. You're on another one pretty soon, right? Or no, you just had one today?
So I did one today with my old high school friend, Chico.
Oh, is that who that was? I watched a little bit of it. That guy seemed really smart.
I want to get him on. He's actually a history teacher and a huge Marxist, and I think it would be really cool to get him because he's so smart, and some of my libertarian friends would be.
It's really weird. It's really weird to hear Marxist and smart in the same sentence.
Well, and to be honest, he's got a very in-depth look at world history.
Yeah, but I would love to sit down with that dude and pick apart his Marxism. If you understand history and you're endorsing Marx, you don't understand history, in my opinion.
Right. Well, and that's one of the reasons why I want to get you guys to talk, because I think that his position and our position is actually closer than you would really think.
Well, most Marxists are actually way closer. Like, the problem is that most people here that are advocating socialism,
smart Marxists,
right?
Tovar.
What?
Yeah.
No, if you're, I don't know. I would love to hear him. I would love to hear how he explains it, because I do believe that he's smart based on how he was talking. But like, if you believe in Marxism and you're like, especially if you have a background in history, like I can rip that apart within 4 or 5 different major conflicts and proletariat movements within Russia. It's very easy.
Yeah.
The problem is that the normal socialism structure is people that think they can combine Leninism and Marxism and get some kind of magical democratic socialism, and that's just not the case.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting, though. I would love to talk to that guy. He seemed very, very smart, though. I really enjoyed hearing him talk.
Yeah, man. It was a fun episode today. And we ran... so I think I've been doing like 1 hour episodes, and just trying to stick to an hour. But like last week, Brady and I and our guests ended up running for like an extra like hour after everything was done, And I just realized that...
you don't have to be stringent on time when you're your own boss.
Yes.
I mean, right now we're sitting at 3:17 and I'm still talking to you fucks.
I don't even know what time is it. It's fucking 11 o'clock. But I mean, these things have been going till 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, this is gonna really start to pop off until 1 right now.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
Yeah. So like right now it's just kind of like a doomsday watch party, and that's what I've been doing every night for the last couple of nights.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for
I'm
fucking.
Myself.
Yep. Thanks for being there, Doima. I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for tell people where to find your podcast, Doima. Or don't.
Haha, that's your first choice. I'm sorry, you're second, because your first one's not even here tonight.
Yeah, where the fuck is Tom? You know what? He's not even in the chat. Okay, I'm muting everybody. I'm calling Tom on Facebook right fucking now. There's fucking satisfaction going on in this bitch. Motherfucker. I wish a Tom would. All right, that was Stephen Tovar. Check him out Wednesdays and Fridays. I think on Instagram and Facebook. I think one of them's on Facebook. All right, let's... fuck you been?
What do you mean?
The fuck you been?
What do you mean?
You don't call, you don't write? What the fuck, dude?
What do you mean?
I think you know what I mean, motherfucker. Are you out there protesting? You okay? Hi.
What do you mean?
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. What are you up to, buddy?
Sleep.
All right. Goodbye. Have a good night.
No.
All right. That was Tom. All right. Yeah, this shit is popping off pretty good right now.
The other battery that I had wasn't able to be charged. And we're gonna make sure we come back with it. All right, good. Data's still good from what I hear. Hey, you all want to talk?
All right. Well,
you could just do audio too.
We're going.
Okay.
We're gonna mute that. Unicorn Ride's a great utility. Alpha News is a great utility. Smoke and Scan is a great utility. Joey Vincent is a great utility. Thanks to everybody. Adiv, Alvin, Matt, Diggity, Tovar, Brian, Tom. Thank you guys so much for doing this. We do this every fucking days, Friday through Tuesday. We'll be back tomorrow, same exact time. Hopefully the setup's a little better. We moved the studio, so we're trying to get it all looking nice. But you guys have been awesome. Let's turn on the alert boxes. Thank you so much to Real Motherfucker, who gave a bunch of stuff and helped us hit the fuck out of that hype train. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. We're going to switch over into the end phase now. Here we go. Air horn. Here we go. We're at the end phase. Thank you guys so much. Again, yeah, John Wilson, add this channel. We do this Friday through Tuesday. I even added you as a friend. I'll hit you up. I'll have you on the show, man. It's great to see you, John. Like, come back, talk. I would love to pick your brain about this shit because you're a fucking law guy that knows a lot of shit. Thank you guys all. Let's see here. We're gonna find this, and I'm gonna leave on that same thing. Yeah, don't forget to go to Venmo and donate to Corey Adam Comedy. Also PayPal, CoreyAdam@gmail.com. The Mechanical Koopa says, thanks for the stream. Thank you, Mechanical Koopa. Come back and see us again. We do this, like I said, Friday through Tuesday, 7:30 to 10:30 Central Time. I'm covering it as much as I can. The show is called TwitchTok. You can follow us on TwitchTok. There'll be a TwitchTok.com coming, all that stuff. Also, you can go to YouTube and go to Corey Adam Comedy. All that shit will be right there. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. You're the best. Don't forget to go to Discord. We hang out there. And also, don't forget to add TwitchTok Cast Gain. I got to put Gain in there because I keep mistyping it. Whoops. Games. There we go. Boom. So Games is TwitchTok Cast, right? And then, yeah, you can subscribe to Corey Adam Comedy across all medias, but go to TwitchTok Cast on here on Twitch. That's where we do all of our streaming so we don't lose the numbers while we're broadcasting. You guys have been awesome. Have a great night. We'll see you later.
Down the microphone of all these hits. Suffer fools and he never took no look.